You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
criticized. We could be ostracized. We don't know who to trust. That's why I say, Lord, please listen to this prayer that comes from before. Please send us another Moses again. Oh, we just can't go on this way. Please deliver us today. Time to make them oppress us pay. So the children could see their way. Make them get on their knees and pray. Then I'll be up to judgment day. Oh, just can't make it this way. Please deliver us today. Be like the Israelites did it day. Please send us another Moses again. Lord, we just can't make it this way. Yes, deliver us today. Oh, we just can't go this way. No, we just can't make it this way. Please listen to what I say. Yes, hurry up with judgment day. We just can't make it this way. No, we just can't make it this way. Must we get old and gray? And the children can't see their way. Oh, we just can't make it this way. Oh, we just can't make it this way. We like the Israelites did it day. Please send us another Jesus again. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 Lord, we just can't go this way. Lord, we just can't make it this way. No, 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 we just can't go this way. Please hurry up with judgment day. When you have trouble, don't cry. Oh no, no. Just remember that God is standing by. Hold on, yeah. When you have heartaches, don't cry. Oh no. Just remember that God is standing by. Sometime when your burden is down, just remember God is standing by. Thank you, Lord. So there's no need to cry. Oh, God is standing by. Thank you, Lord. So don't you worry and don't cry. No. When you have troubles, don't cry. Oh no. Just remember Just remember, God is standing by. Thank you, Lord. So there's no need to cry. God is standing by. Thank you, Lord. So don't you worry and don't cry. Oh Lord, yeah. Forget about your troubles. Forget about your pain. Yeah. Put your trust in the Father. Yeah. Oh Lord. God is standing by. Take it home. So there is no need to cry. No need to cry. Oh, God is standing by. Lord Almighty, so don't you worry and don't cry. Don't cry. Forget about your troubles and don't cry. No. Forget about your pain and don't cry. Just trust in the Father and don't cry. No, I don't shed no tears. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry.
Oh yes. Somebody help. Come and put a hand. Come and wipe away the blight and see what the plight that befall the man of this land. What's going on here? I would like to know why the whole world is in a turmoil. So it look as if we fire God from the job and give the work to the Beelzebub. Man, the devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. If you have to never like understand. The devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. You think I'm gonna never like understand like if Satan in control of running the land. Hey man, oh man. There's only wars and rumors of wars. Incurable disease go from sea to seas and they happen without a cause. Strange phenomena now happen everywhere. The callousness of this world has the world in fear. Politics and weaponry have taken its toll. They have the whole world out of control. Man, the devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. It don't happen here well I can understand like it. Oh yes man, the devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. The king of England here well I can understand like it. Satan in control of running the land. Oh man. To get at ease, we turn to religion. But then in our quest to do our best, we end up in real confusion. Some religious leaders so phony and vain, all our religious morals to go down the drain. Their materialism make them feel them is Lord, robbing the world in the name of God. Man, the devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. The thing of going on here, well, I can understand that the devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. The thing of going on here, well, I can understand like he's Satan in control of running the land. Oh man. Take control. Let's reconstruct the world. Sift out all parasites, phonies and blights. What is wrong? Let us make it right. Stop this social, moral and religious decay. Our world wasn't meant to be this way. For heaven's sake, let's not fall for the seat. Put God back in the driver's seat. Man, the devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. The thing going on here, well, I can't understand. The devil have a hand in running the land. Man, the devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. The thing what's going on here, man, I can't understand. Like if Satan in control of running the land. Oh man. Oh man. The devil have a hand. The devil have a hand. Oh yes. In running the land. The devil have a hand. The devil have a hand. The thing what happen here I can understand. Like the Satan in control of running the land. We quarrel and we fight. We ain't doing right. Oh yes. The devil have a hand in running the land. We forget what's good. Not doing the things we should. Ah yes man. The Satan in control of running the land. I can't understand why. I can't understand. Oh yes man. Corrupt teachers, phony preachers, bogus leaders, Satan workers. Oh yes man. I can't understand. Well I can't understand. Satan in control of running the land. Place of worship. Show no friendship. Only money. That's all they see. I can't understand. Come on, man. Yes, man.
I say you get up one morning, your elders have something, you don't know how they get it, but you want to use it. But if you ask them old people to get the things what they went through, ask them this any day, and your parents sure to say, black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're able to get a pulley and jam with the devil. Why? Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're ready to swim offshore and hold your boat steady. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you're here, you get a little something. With that dragon, now you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man don't get nothing easy. Say you get up one morning, and oil money running. How it come you don't know, so that it can how the thing go. But if they read about Uriah, they wanna find out the pressure. How we get so much old hell to get a penny from TLL. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with that eagle eye you keep watching, because I don't tell you already, black man don't get nothing easy. So we got up one morning, independence happening, getting the thing come easy, now they're taking liberty. But if they know about petition, we are to send to England, for some woman to tell we in this colony free. Black man have to keep on jabbing, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. People hold you, humiliate you, turn on and sell you, and then they free you. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with that dragon eye you keep watching, because I don't tell you already, black man don't get nothing easy. So when a black man gets something, he got to start thinking. You get it easy. You got to practice economy. From getting licks from the slave master to become the land owner, brother, is a terrible journey. Back with plenty brutality. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to rise up, you got to stand up, pick up your mind, you will always stay on top. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money.
Keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wing. O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. So sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me. Cover me, man. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover, cover, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover, cover, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover, 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 cover me, cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problem when incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little.
Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the village with yours truly, Professor Walsheed and Uncle Tommy and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And you know this is how we start the thing.
It have our place, WZYE, where they treat you like friends and family. So if you're looking for a place to belong, going WZYE, you could come along. If you have haste, do come with me. We do have dad on WZYE, Santa Meditate.
Oh, yeah. And that's the resident love doctor, the man himself, Dr. Love. better known as Reni Mohammed. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter what planet you're from. They're from Mazatania, Xenorania, Sonoranius. Each and every one is welcome in the village on WZYE 95.9 FM. Doesn't matter what color t-shirt you wear. You wear a brown t-shirt, a purple t-shirt, a burgundy t-shirt. Each and every one is welcome in the village on WZYE 95.9 FM. And as you know, ladies and gentlemen, we always say here in the village on WZYE 95.9 FM. By the way, folks, let me say this. The only legal, I would say, Caribbean radio station, legal Caribbean radio station in the tri-state area. So take a listen to our oath/pledge to you, the people of who listen to us here on WZYE 95.9 FM.
Ansam LeBon and Marshall Nesbitt solemnly swear to conduct this radio program in a true, fair, and balanced manner, ensuring that all perspectives are given equal consideration and that the information presented is objective and unbiased. We pledge to provide a platform where diverse voices can be heard, fostering open and constructive dialogue that serves the best interests of our audience and community. Our commitment is to uphold the principles of journalistic integrity and ethical broadcasting throughout the duration of this program. Thank you.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We truly, truly, truly do mean that, and we live by that. Let me bring in the young man, the man known all over Trinidad and Tobago. Some say he is an independent. Some say he could be dependent. Some say he used to be a PNM. Some say all kind of things about the man from the countryside in Trinidad and Tobago. Some say he from Marabella. Some say he from Sally Bay. Some say he could be from Palaseco. Some say he could be from many different places. The man himself, the one and only, Uncle Tommy Boy. Tommy, welcome.
Yes, indeed. It's a pleasure to be here, regardless of where I was. Now I'm here. Now I'm here, and I'm happy to be here.
Tommy, you have made your name in Trinidad. You have been many different places. You know, Tommy, I got to tell you, when my 18 years in Trinidad and Tobago, 99.9% of it was spent in Laventille. It was either Snake Valley, Laventille, because we have some property up there. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother owned some land and thing up there, and it's now owned by my family. And or Chumakak Laventille. And the reason why I talk so much about Chumakak Laventille is because my formidable years was spent in Chumakak Laventille, building one apartment, 2-1. That's why it's so dear to me. And Tommy, I'm not like other people because the PNM give us an apartment as a PNM till I'm dead. Tommy, I don't know if I asked you that, but I want to ask you, what is your take on, because you receive something from the government, you have to support them till you're dead? What's your take on that?
I think it shows ignorance. Meaning, when I say ignorance, I mean you just don't know better.
Tommy, you really think they don't know better? Oh, Tommy, come on, Tommy. You think they don't know better?
Yeah, I think they don't know better. Honest to Christ.
Tommy voice going down there, but I think
No,
they,
I really
Tommy,
do.
You think they don't know better?
This year, I'm 70, and I had to learn too.
You know, it's interesting you say that, Tommy. I had to learn too as well, you know, to be honest. I had to learn, and I kind of learned the hard way in that I think that once you get into that system, the kind of information they just give you, right? If you don't check the information yourself, you'll believe everything they tell you.
No,
everything.
I know a lot of people believe they have it all figured out and they know it all. But like I said, after 70, or maybe before 10, I came to the conclusion or the realization that as long as you keep living, you have to keep learning. So even at 10, 4 scores, and whatever, you can still learn as long as you have life. So I don't believe it's ever too late for anyone to learn how to live or what life is about.
Did you hear what the Prime Minister said about that?
What the
About
Prime Minister said, you can't
I
learn
want to
nothing new.
no, I want to paraphrase here. He said something to the effect that, listen, I am 71 or 72 when he said it. You know, it's like what you see is what you get. You understand? I not gonna change for nobody.
But he too could learn if he puts his mind to it. If he decides that he wants to, he can learn. If he doesn't want to learn, then it's just pure ignorance.
You think that fella want to learn? You think he want to learn?
I think he probably would have no choice but to learn if he wants to survive.
No, but do you think he want to learn?
I don't know what he wants to do, but what he needs to do and what he wants to do may be different. But he needs to learn.
Well, I I hope I, I don't know, Tommy. I think at this point in time, what you see is what you get.
If he wants things to change, and he wants betterment, and he wants a better society, he's gonna have to want to learn because he needs to learn what he doesn't know. Obviously, he doesn't know everything, and he doesn't know enough to run the country the right way.
Tommy, we're going into year 10, you know. Is that decade
But we have a societal problem. You know. We
okay?
we got three watchwords: discipline, tolerance, and production. And if they are followed carefully and closely, they could work wonders. We always talk about a society that started on the same leg or the same timeline that we did. That is where. Answer
A
that question.
legacy.
Yeah,
Ask that question again.
there's another society about the same size as ours that started at the same time that we started. We got independent at the same time. Where's that?
Singapore, Dubai. Is it Singapore, Dubai?
Singapore.
Okay,
And
okay.
God didn't bless them with the resources that He blessed us with. How many Singaporeans you know in here in the United States that came to hustle?
I never met that Singaporean, you know, to be honest with you.
Same
I
thing.
never met.
I'm here 52 years now, and I haven't met one. I can't remember running into one.
No, I've never met
Because
one.
what? They even though they didn't get the resources that we were blessed with, they were able to build a society that kept them stable.
But so
You get what I'm
Tommy,
saying?
no,
And
I hear you loud and clear.
what are
But
their
Tommy,
watchwords?
I don't know. I could look it up. I could look it up.
Pragmatism
Okay,
is one.
let me see. What is Singapore? Singapore watch.
Meritocracy is the other.
Singapore watch. Okay. What is Singapore watchwords? Let me see if I get it. What is Singapore watchwords?
We have discipline, tolerance, and production. If you if you
Okay.
if you 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 do something intolerable, you're not disciplined. People are extremely indisciplined. If you don't produce, there's no consequence.
Mm.
It's just helter skelter.
Mm-hmm.
So if
Go ahead.
so if you have watchwords and you live by them, you will get the desired results. But if you ignore it, even if the right from the start it's been violated, or should I say, not appreciated, what do you get? Errant society.
Tommy, I hear you, and if we look at today, what we are today, let me see something, um, what they have here is something called Majula Singapore, and what that means is Singapore national motto is Majula Singapore, which means onward Singapore. The motto
Yeah.
reflects the country aspiration for progress and unity. It's also the title of the Singapore national anthem.
Okay.
So, so, so
But I read this and I put it in the back of my memory, and I think I haven't forgotten it.
no,
That
I think you're
to
right.
live,
When there was
live by pragmatism and meritocracy.
no, I think you're correct. When he made a speech at the beginning, those words were used as some of the watchwords for Singapore and why they are where they are, right? Um, but Tommy, when you look at Trinidad and Tobago today, most people want to get out of Trinidad. Tommy, I have some people, I know some people who are the top of the top in whatever they do in Trinidad, they're the best of the best. And you know what they want to do? They said the last 9 years, this year, if they could get out of Trinidad with the kids, they don't mind getting out of Trinidad. You know,
Even in even the time that we got out, the resources were there if managed
correct.
properly, and if things were if the society was set up in the right way, we would not have had to run, because
Yeah,
the good Lord has blessed our land with so much and still continues to bless our land.
let's go to the chat, Tommy. Um, Dario was first in the chat. Hey,
Yeah, I
look,
saw that.
Dario
Hey,
first in the
Dario,
chat.
good evening.
Yeah, boy. Dario, good afternoon, boy. Dario, boy. Yeah, boy. Dario, I was having a off-air discussion with Big George. Tommy Mohammed. Good night, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy and Miss Diana and all the listeners. Good night to you as well. Bijram says
Good night, Diana.
good night as well. Bijram says good day, Uncle Tommy and Wall Street, all listeners. Today menu beef roti. Remember to share the live. I find Bijram kind of lowering the level of the dinners these days. Beef roti, Tommy. That is it.
Well, there was a time I would have enjoyed that very much, but
Yeah, if I wasn't a vegetarian, a vegan, Tommy, I wasn't eating no beef. I beef roti alone. And give
I'm
me a
not a
little water.
vegan. I'm not a vegan, but beef roti, I take a little rest from the red.
Yeah, yeah. How the beef cook? Bijam rare, medium, or what is the other one, Tommy? Rare, medium, or burnt?
I think he would have curry it.
Oh, you think he curry it?
Hmm.
Okay, okay, okay. What? How much for a pound of beef in Trinidad?
I don't know. Benjamin will have to post that and or call us and tell us.
Yeah, what is that? How much for a pound of beef in Trinidad and Tobago, people? A pound of beef. Hey, look, my Chuma Kenyan friend, boy. Curtis, welcome, boy. Live on the record, Curtis living the planet up by we, Biznat, welcome. Hey, Tommy, look your partner. Look your partner.
Let me put on my glasses.
Yeah, put on your glasses to read where you're coming
I
there.
ain't reading nothing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You come in. You come in early today, boy. Tommy, boy. The Olympics was on today, boy. I ain't lying.
Yeah.
Boy,
Today,
I was. You see
today
him?
is one day I didn't look at the Olympics because I guess I get kind of fed up staying on the TV every day. And then I went to physical therapy and I come back feeling whooped.
Nah, it was good today. I will get him a little results today. Um, and I want to give him credit. He just text me and tell me, hey, this on the Olympics and this on the Olympics. Me and Jean welcome.
Who's that?
Me and Jean Julian.
He texts
Yeah.
you about the Olympics.
Yeah, he just text me and tell me, what on and thing. He always used to, Tommy. Sometime in life, you try to be something. You try hard to be something.
Mm-hmm.
He used to try to be a sprinter.
I know about trying to be something because, I mean, I had my vocation, but I had a vocation that I was hoping that was going to overtake my vocation. So I was trying to be a musician for many years, recording, doing this, doing that,
Yeah.
thinking that I'll make it as a musician in these United States. But little did I know that and it is a very tough business.
Yeah, but he tried to be a sprinter, but he forget the ER. He was just a sprint. You know what I mean? He didn't get the whole thing. He tried his best. I don't ever think I don't know if he make I don't even know if he ever make his village team. Sometimes it was going they used to have Better Village, remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And they used to have sports hunting in Better Village. I ain't sure if he make a Better Village team, but he go find out for you. Miss Santa Cruz, welcome. Good night, Professor and Uncle Tommy. Good night to you. Good night to you. Hey, Tommy, look your next partner. Read what you have to say there, Tommy. Read what you have. Oh God, he gained like Fox now. He writing a thesis, boy. You reading it?
Yeah.
Read it out loud now, man.
You insist?
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Somebody want us to go on that same way. Good evening, all, and I hope that this program will not be the same old one or two, but new ways to make Trinbago better. Let's go.
Tommy, it's interesting when you hear people say things that how many times we have brought solutions to the table? How
Oh
many
man,
times we have brought solutions over and over and over, but he didn't used to listen them times, you know what I mean? Shanika York. Shanika, where you joining us from? Tell us where you're joining us from, Shanika. Or Shanika. Which one it is?
Shanika.
Shanika. All right, Shanika. Everett, welcome. Shanika said, all is well with us, guys. Yes, we all doing splendid for us. Everett Nichols says, good evening, Professor and Uncle Tommy. Thanks for playing the Calypso created when Calypso was Calypso. Always lock on. Yeah, we just give I mean, them Calypso them have a lot of meaning, Hanif, welcome. Good night, gentlemen, and all villagers. Ian Wansley, why? Yeah, Ian Wansley, Lois Boodoo. I wonder if Ian is friends to family to Lana. Remember Lana? Caribbean Soul, welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Caribbean Soul. We go play that video. Yeah, they go along, get along this seat for lady, balling now, paying them not sending her money. Tommy, she balling, boy. You see the video, Tommy?
No, I
She
didn't. No.
Tommy, she cussed the PNM today, boy. Cuss. Boy.
But you gotta play the video because I didn't look at it.
Yeah, we go look at it. I just take out the cuss. She cussed the PNM today, boy. She ain't getting she money. Tommy, boy. Say woman who cussed me because I was trying to show she the right way. You understand? No, all of a sudden, she ain't get she money. She cussed the PNM, boy. Left, right, and center. Oh, God, she was mad. On that umbrella, too, eh?
Mm.
She on that umbrella and she cussing the PNM now. Hey, you know what it is? Oh, you know what it is? I want to look for something. Tommy, let me look for something, yeah. I just say that. Let me see this. Hold up, eh? Folks, as she said that, I just remembered something. Here we go. As you said that, I remembered something. All right. So, folks, Let me play this for you. This is Julia Davy today. Today, boy, told me. Just remember this, told me. All right, this one here.
I am an average.
KFC, welcome. KFC.
Good night, Mr. Worship. Good night, Uncle Tommy.
Yeah.
Good night, KFC.
Good night to all of us who locked on and listening.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Worship.
Yeah. Yeah, we hearing you.
I see a friend Trinidad. If we come up, but she only in the rain and an umbrella crying, boy.
Cussing the PNM, boy. Cussing she party.
But too much of us suffering peacefully. She come out and talk.
Oh, God. You know, you remember when I start playing the video, they suffering peacefully, they cuss, man. They say all kind of things, right? No, she coming out and showing people she was suffering peacefully.
She was crying over it. She get victimized, you know.
Oh, you mean? Right?
I feel got to take question. She let CPF gang and thing. But remember, I work for the carnival season when she and wait about 2 weeks to get my money.
I know, right? And she crying, boy. She cuss.
She give money at either with 4 and 6 months to get a small katana.
Yeah, and she realized. No.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
I think I play this video.
Yeah, I go play.
They're suffering peacefully. They're playing. They're suffering peacefully. I didn't come out and talk.
They ain't saying nothing. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
The best. Miss Atlanta, welcome. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Miss Atlanta. How are you?
Good evening, Tommy. And hello? Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you in?
Keep talking. Keep talking. You went in and out a little bit there.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was very impressed with what Tommy was speaking about earlier.
Okay.
When he came in and speaking when you left, and you know how Trinidad was. That was sounding like a topic, but then I see you drifted on. I saw the clip with Juliet Davies, but to me, I didn't find she was cursing.
Yeah, she cussed the corporation, the IDP and them.
No, well, I heard, well, right, but we don't know. Well, remember, according to the people, I take things as I hear it. But we to Wall Street must realize, according as my daughter will always say, black on black.
Yeah.
Right? You have to look at the ulterior motive. If she's now coming to the understanding of certain things, she was always a talker. So, you know, she expressed herself, and I'm saying, well, yes, she has to, you know, eat her words now. You know, but in the line of like cussing and all kind of things, you know, that's probably how she speaks. But we must give. I like when you all discuss not the kind of bacchanal way, them saying, yes, he this and who's, you know what I mean? I like how Tommy spoke just now, and it was going so nice. And you all talk about change. You were saying, Wall Street, what you think the Prime Minister, if he has to change or if he wants to change, you have to get to ask one day to call the Prime Minister and see his way of thinking, and if he wants to change, ask him those questions.
Mr.
You know what I mean?
Mr. Atlanta, yeah, what I go do? Yeah, what I go do? After the top of the hour, I go call the Prime Minister. I tell you, I go call him. After the top of the hour, let me go and play this video here. I want you to listen, and I'll call the Prime Minister. You feel you go answer?
All right, but when they calling the Prime Minister, that means they're calling me back, right?
Yeah. No, you go call back. All right?
All right, I'll call.
All right.
Ask the Prime Minister.
Yeah, all right, cool. Yeah. All right, so I want to play this here.
I tell myself, look here, boy, Chalky.
Time to do something for your country by opening a political party. Time for you to make the decision at the next general election and join the leaders of our nation. When I read them Sunday newspapers with all them cussing cuss neighbors, I tell myself I am not horizon. Selwyn Cudjoe like he joined the line. Martin Daly cussing the behind. And Alcaraz for mine gonna change my mind. Cause I find everybody got a new thing. They think cussing the BNM. Fine and anthem. If you only come a problem, cussing the BNM. I saw reasoning in danger, building the house near the water. When you see them, you see a body water. Go down, cowie down to ambush them. Look at them in people and them. Still they cussing the BNM. It's only kites on them from the review friend who not cussing the BNM. Sweet music. I am no privy to no party. I am not for what's in you crowd. I am simply saying things to be. A&R and Panda, when you see them later, they had a few husbands down here. But in Brooklyn and Line, I think all of them is cutting line. Even what they say in line. And on the TV and the radio, man call it from fighting my arrow to cuss rowdy good pen in Tobago. Everybody out of seas, rat and brandy, cussing the BNM. And tame the system, bringing love and mayhem, but cussing the BNM. Like people on the road in danger, and keeping all your clothes to cover. Anytime you see him iron it, government had to change laws to stop them from keeping your boat and rubber pen, cause they cussing the BNM. These only cats on them like they BNM, who not cussing the BNM.
Yeah, Tommy boy. Everybody
Yep.
cussing, they're cussing them more than ever now, boy. Cussing it, even Julia. When we come back, we'll give a little video. Even Julia Davy now cussing the PNM, cussing. We can't play the cuss, eh? We can't play the cuss there. We had to take it. We had to take it out. But folks, we're gonna go for a quick break. No, we don't want that. We're gonna go for a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna give you the video of the day, boy. That is the video of the day. We also have some breaking news too as well. We're gonna give you some breaking news and the video of the day, boy. Yeah? We'll be right back, and we're gonna get back to the chat. Stick and stay. We'll be right back. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walsheed, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We'll be right back after this. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, share the live. WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook and X. WZYE TV and YouTube. Subscribe. You can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509. Also, your voice notes and texts are welcome.
Caller, welcome. Caller?
Hi,
Yes.
Tommy.
Hi.
Wall Street.
Yes.
You told me to call back, but what I want to find out, what is the meaning of WZYE? Hello?
W?
What's the meaning of WZYE? Well,
Yeah.
that is just whenever you are fully licensed FCC radio station, you get a 4-letter symbol. And the FCC allow you to pick a symbol. And when was our opportunity to pick the symbol? I picked WZYE. So it's just the symbol for the radio station. You're about to pick 4 letters. There's different letters you can pick. And a lot of them start with W. So we just picked WZYE.
Oh.
Okay, so I'll just reiterate or share some information concerning all the stations on this coast. W starts with the call letter W, which
Okay.
is
Okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of what it is.
Well, thanks for explaining that to me.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm locked on and listening.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Miss Santa Cruz, welcome.
Good night, Professor and Uncle Tommy, and to everybody, all the chatters in the village. Well, let me deal with the first part first. Last night I raised an issue about Karen Nunes to Shearer, and I think Diana said she think that was resolved. That was never resolved. It is still sitting on the DPP desk, just like the land date issue. You remember when the kleptomaniac thief out all the material from the Scarborough Hospital? Right? I think that's still on the DPP desk. Just like how Camille Robinson, Reggie's handbag, money still on the desk. Faris with the tampering still on the desk. But you know something? I think the DPP desk is like the Bermuda Triangle. Anything that goes there concerning the PNMites, it just disappears. For years, it disappears. But you know what? One day we will all find that. So Karen Nunes, Shearer, even Andre Montal issue was never resolved. It was never resolved. Now, concerning, I will call it the meat of the day, the video of the day. Yeah, that was what she made yesterday, right? Okay. She was trying so hard, she didn't want to cuss, right? But you know what, Wall Street? She didn't have any compunction when she was cussing the UNC. She wanted to know, where is people compassion? Where is people kindness? Where is people empathy? Well, hear what? If you're looking for that from us, who you advise your peeps to run up to the fence, jump over the wall, run up to the door, kick it down and deal with them, you wouldn't get any sympathy from us. And you know what, Wall Street? She had the gall and the gumption to say she never made that video. She had people with Indian names, and I'm quoting and you will hear it, You will hear it at the end of the video, with Indian name like Ramadan, whatever, because there was a fella there, Cyril Ramadan, talk about jumping the wall. She says people with your names that made that video and saying it's me. So I want to ask now tonight, if when she threatened Kamala and she said, I'm mad, you must get her next video, right? That wasn't her voice. When she was cussing Indian people in the square talking about the lacy head and the sapat foot, that wasn't her voice. And people want me to have sympathy for her today. I cannot have sympathy for her because great was the PNM. Wall Street. A couple of weeks ago when we were out in front of the Twin Towers protesting, right, with Imbert and the missing billions. She passed and she called it for great is the PNM. I want to ask tonight, how great is the PNM again? How great is the PNM? But I want to know, you're claiming money from the city corporation. How you get that job? How you got that job there? Maybe they realize now that she didn't she didn't qualify for the job and now they don't want to pay her because according to her, it's months now she not getting paid and she had to go to a loan shark. I can't help but laugh, because it is laughable. Thanks a lot and we'll chat again before the night is out. Take care.
Okay. So, folks, here is the video without the cussing. I cut out the cussing, Tommy. I had to cut it out. We can't play cussing.
Yeah,
Tommy?
FCC rules.
Yeah, Tommy, I ain't gonna lie to you, Tommy. And I want to play some videos where she cussed me to it, Tommy. She called me all kind of name, boy. She called me a HN. Oh, God. Tommy, the only person she didn't cuss that day was my mother. Listen to her now, eh? But Tommy, I warn them, I tell them, Tommy, you and I come here and we played Malcolm X with them suffering peacefully. Oh, Tommy, they cussed me for that too.
Wow.
You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
They say, oh God, he Wall Street, he living in America, he want to talk about people suffering peacefully under the PNM. What's suffering peacefully? This is a great country under the PNM. The PNM doing great things for the country. Oh God, they call me all kind of name, Tommy. All kind of name. All kind of name, boy. And Tommy, now we realize she and all suffering peacefully. Listen to she now, eh? Listen to she.
And who cares? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Especially when a man come and they fix up the papers so that they make sure they get paid on time. One of them get paid in the corporation, They don't get paid, they don't spend their money, they don't pay the bills already. They don't buy the children's school books already. They don't care about who and get their pay and depending on their pay to do the same thing that them have to do. They don't get a pay already in the corporation and they're making up the papers to get a pay again already. While the pay for others, the dogs, the pay for the dogs, they drag their foot and take how long they want to take and have you running up and down in the corporation, embarrassing yourself. Pay ready? You go today, no pay not ready, there's nothing here. You go the next day, pay ready, no, there is nothing here. You go the next day, well, the building closed today, early because we fumigating the building. They simply do not care. No, they simply do not care. What kind of society are we living in Trinidad and Tobago? Don't you all recognize the same don't care mentality that you all have? It's the same don't care mentality that the youths have. Why there is so much deviancy and deviant behavior in the society that is impacting on us? You all think these things are ordinary or they come about just like that? Eh? It is the same don't care mentality straight across the board. The same no love, the same don't care. You just name it.
Tommy, listen to this, Tommy.
Before I go to the lines, however, I want to tell people, especially the fellow who living in the white man country, I want him to know that when I leave my house, I don't have to come to sit here. I don't pick up this chair to carry back to my house. This chair here, don't bother me. And all your attempts, all your nasty, dirty attempts, because it's a stink man. I say so, Wall Street. You stink, you're nasty, you're dirty. You're a despicable human being. You're filth. All your attempts to have me removed from this chair, whether you succeed or you fail, doesn't bother me one bit, because my whole life, my principle, my being, my existence doesn't surround sitting down behind this microphone here. There is a greater power that is in me, that controls me.
Tommy, you see how God don't like evil? You see how God don't like evil? I never, Tommy, never. I could put my head, my foot, my back on a Bible to talk about. I never, ever indulge in that type of behavior. But you see, God don't like evil. God doesn't like evil. Yeah, Miss Atlanta. Hello? Hello, Miss Atlanta. Hello? Oh, my bad. Sorry, Miss Atlanta. Welcome. Hello?
Well, I hear you get a cussing. That is, well, yes, I hear it now.
Yeah.
Live and direct.
Yeah.
But you see, you just have to realize that they have to eat their own from it.
You see?
Right?
You see for yourself?
They have to eat their own from it.
Yeah.
So you see how she cursed you?
She cussed me stink. And I ain't cuss she back, you know.
Did you curse? What is that?
I didn't even cuss she back because I can't cuss. I can't cuss. I don't know how to cuss.
And she says stink and nasty and all kind of thing. And see, those were well-rounded words and good cussing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But you can't curse. But you're above that yourself. When they go low.
But no, Miss Atlanta. I have to be honest with you. Sometimes when they go low, I go in the sub-basement. I'm being honest with you. When they go low, I go in the sub-basement. I go in lower than them. Yeah, you see, because you see it, in that one day, I leave it alone. But there is more, you know. There is more, you know. I just leave plenty things alone. I just leave it. But you see, the facts don't lie. Now, if I had come and say that same woman cost me nasty, dirty, and so on and so forth, hey, you know, what she lying.
Yeah.
You see it? Listen, I just had them proof saying, no, they're waiting for them, you know. And I knew this day would come, I knew this day would come because, you know, back then she was defending, you know. She was defending the PNM, so she had to cuss me because she feel that what I'm doing is not in favor of the PNM, not making the PNM look. So they call me all kind of names. Look at she now. It's
right.
sad. It's sad.
But remember, she have to realize when they play doggy look a bone. I can't understand why they don't know dog. What is the meaning of doggy look a bone?
But she
was a dog and she was eating a bone.
Yeah,
she was eating a bone all the time.
And she just talk about dog in her piece there. What she make? She talk about that, right? So them puss was absolutely correct. What did they say? The something coming home to roost. What is that, Tommy? The chickens are coming home to roost.
Coming home to roost.
Yes, the chickens are coming home. Let me take this next call here, Miss Atlanta.
All right.
All right.
So you stay
care.
in the white man country. Bye-bye.
Caller, welcome.
Good night. Good night to Sweet TNT. Good night, Walshy. Good night, Uncle Tommy.
Good night, sir.
Good night. How are you going? There's Mike the Man from Radio IVTT UK USA. I just had to put my little 2 cents in. I had to put my 2 cents in. And I want people of Trinidad and Tobago to understand something. You see, when you're doing radio, people don't realize when you sit down behind a mic, you're speaking to the whole world.
Correct.
You're speaking into the atmosphere. You see your words?
Yep.
You see what is happening to that lady, Mrs. Julia Davy?
Yeah.
She is now experiencing something called, not karma, but the ancestors is now dealing with her.
Correct.
I will tell you something.
Yep.
I said something, I typed something just now in the chat, and I said, I had to put Pastor Google in his place because he was bringing misinformation to the nation and the whole world about the vice president presently.
Yeah.
That running that old video and giving people this misconception.
Yeah.
Now, could you imagine you doing radio where a whole world listening to you and you bringing that kind of misinformation?
Correct.
Going back to Miss Davy, I wonder if people remember when she was on radio at that station there where she tell people to jump the Indian people fence and take the thing.
Correct.
What we see happen after that?
Correct.
What we see happen after that? Trinidadians just forget, What we see happen after that? Now, what people seeing and experiencing now with her talking there now, that is not karma. That is the spirit of the ancestors dealing with her because of her words that she portrayed and sent out into the atmosphere to damage a lot of people's character. Even you to Wall Street.
Yeah.
You ever see people carry on like how this young lady carry on a radio station? She literally sit down and blasting you and carry. You just see that in the US?
No.
You just see that in the UK? I never see that happen in the UK and no radio station.
No, we don't do that.
None.
We don't do that.
So I'm going to leave that right here and continue listening. Trying to make a good one. Be safe.
Yeah.
This is me, M-I-K-E behind M-I-C of Radio IVT. Yeah, go ahead.
No, that was it. I'm telling you, I was saying thank you.
Right.
Yeah, man. Bless.
Thank you, Mike.
Caller, welcome. Mova Defender. Hello. Yo.
Yeah, watch it yesterday.
How you going?
I'm coming tonight.
Yeah. You went out a little bit there. Go ahead. We hearing you now.
Huh? Tonight. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Cut it in and out.
Say that again. You went out a little bit.
I came in a little late tonight, so I'm trying to find out what you're talking about.
Well, we're talking about what Julia Davy made the video today, and in my you didn't see the video. Well, yesterday they say she make a video, boy. I will send it for you. She make a video. Yeah, and she cussing the Port of Spain City Corporation because she didn't get she money. She didn't get she money. She didn't get her money.
You serious?
Hey, I will send it for you right now. Yeah, I will send it for you. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Tommy, but listen to this. Listen to this one.
But as usual,
they think it's easy. Listen.
But as usual, and as it pertains to the African people dating back from slavery, there are those among us who, as Kingsley described, live in the house. And when you live in the house, you don't see yourself as part of those on the field, like myself on the field. You see yourself as part of the house family. So up come this black man, black like me, black like the pitch down in Labray. But living in a white man country, can't tell when last he stepped foot on Trinidad and Tobago soil. Gets on social media. To talk about the People's National Movement, Dr. Rowley in particular, need to rein in Julia Davy because she's using her program to say that there was an apartheid government led by Kamla Persad Bissessa between 2010 and 2015, and that is what the PNM supporting. So I had to let that fella know Dr. Rowley can rein me in. PNM can rein me in. You've heard it for yourself right here. I am paid by the boss, Neil Iowa George. If anybody's to rein me in, if anybody's to advise me and guide me, it is the boss, Neil Iowa George, and his wife. I'm not paid by Dr. Rowley and the PNM. I'm not a member of the PNM's General Council. I'm not a party branch member. I am not a constituency executive member. I have no local standard in the PNM other than I have my views, and my views tend to favor the People's National Movement. Whether PNM and Rowley want it or not, they have to take it. But this black man living in a white man country have the most to say about me and attempting to put forward the position that I am a racist and expect that I will back off or that I will be intimidated by such statements. But you see, I have learned from the great Sachs. Sat never back down for nothing. For years he has been deemed a racist in this country. And not one day did Sat Mirage abandon or turn a deserter or a traitor against his objective and his modus operandi. So if I am a racist, as you claim, and get that straight, that you claim, some of you claim, don't think that that's going to back me in a corner. I'm putting you all on notice. It's not going to back me in a corner. It is the same corner that they want to back Croco in a corner. Because they understand too well. And when I say they, I mean all the others, whether it's in Trinidad and Tobago, any part of the globe you go, they know that if we are united as a people, how powerful. We are already powerful, you know. We are already powerful. And it is that power that they are afraid of. So at all costs, they must keep us divided. And they have those that are living in the house, like Wall Street, Heavy and TC, to assist them to back people like me in a corner.
Tommy, all I could say is that it is sad that many of them, right, was absolutely clueless in what we were trying to tell them with regards to the PNM. It's simple, you know. It is simple. This PNM, and I could say this without fear or favor, the 70 to 80% of black people that support the PNM and Prime Minister Rowley, and a man who said he might be the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago. That's his words. Tommy, I don't understand something though. How is it disrespectful for using the words that somebody himself, as a matter of fact, let me play this again. Let me play this again. Because I want to know from you, Tommy, how could someone be disrespectful to someone and using his own words. Did I miss something, Tommy?
I guess we both missed something. All you were doing is repeating or regurgitating, or should I say, replaying what was said. You had it recorded and you replayed it.
And I said,
we revisited what was said.
You know, and they're upset. They're upset. Oh, he disrespectful. Let's take this call. Mr. Florida, welcome.
Good night, Mr. Hanson. Good night, Mr. Tommy. Good night, everybody, all the callers, all everybody on the live, everybody on the chat. So, Mr. Hanson, Mr. Tommy, oh, what a tangle where we weave when you first set out to deceive. You see, these all when she was on radio and she had the opportunity to help people, right? She didn't do that. You see, now she ain't get she money and she making video. But when she was on radio and other people who had contracts who wasn't getting money, she didn't speak about it. When the black children, because I consider black Indian and African black, right? So I just using one term. I don't want to say Indian and African. When they wasn't passing the SEA and over 60% of them was failing, she didn't talk about that. Because your radio station, Mr. Hanson and Mr. Tommy, all is international, mostly the diaspora in America. You don't have a frequency in Trinidad and Tobago. They had a frequency in Trinidad and Tobago to get to Trinidad and Tobago. But she didn't do that. You know, she used to talk about apartheid. And who drinking rum. And who falling on statue. She and the next man used to be talking about. And now she ain't get she money. And she making a video about it. But all the time she didn't help nobody. You see, God does always be looking down and watching. And they don't understand that. And they have a way they just be talking about she gonna call on she ancestors and she gonna get the powers and God with she. But then when you spoon evil and you're spreading evil, how do you expect God to help you? You see, when you was in a position to talk about the people in Trinidad and Tobago who wasn't getting justice, when murders was taking place, when Jews was getting killed, and all that, you didn't speak about that. You know, you're speaking about Kamla and UNC and Mr. Wall Street. You know, Mr. Wall Street, you know why they fear you for? You know why they fear you for? All you could do is bring the facts.
That's it.
It might have a little carry in between, but you just bring the facts. All you could do is try to show clips and do this and that to educate the people in Trinidad. Because at the end of the day, I can say, I not voting PNM, but when I go in the booth to vote, I vote PNM. You see, that's the thing. And then I go come out and say, me vote PNM. But all you could do is just educate. And she never did that. All she used to do was talk about you, like you using the most important thing and not the country. What a tangle where we were the first set out to be.
Yeah, man.
You could have listened.
Tommy, remember when I played this? Remember when I played this for the first time?
To keep you and me in check, keep us under control, keep us passive and peaceful. It's like when you go to the dentist and the man is going to take your tooth. You're going to fight him when he start pulling. So they squirt some stuff in your jaw called Novocaine to make you think they're not doing anything to you. So you sit there and because you got all that Novocaine in your jaw, you suffer peacefully. Blood running all down your jaw. And you don't know what's happening. Because someone has taught you to suffer peacefully.
And you see, KFC, hold on. And you see, that is exactly what was happening with her. She was suffering peacefully. It's not yesterday she didn't get she money. Or just one day, Tommy. It's over a period of time she's suffering peacefully. And just imagine, she was a PNM activist on radio. Just imagine for those people, those PNM people who not on radio. How you think them suffering? Caller, welcome. KFC, welcome.
Goodness, I watch it. They see Trinidad David, Pastor Google, Sean, Felix, and just a PNM talk show to them. They're not going to talk on behalf of the community and to elevate the people and them.
No.
It's so she come out and talking, eh?
Yeah.
She's a fine place. She come out, she ain't getting she money.
Yep.
She feeling hurt.
She hurt. Yep. Right?
Yeah.
And now she talking.
She was cussing. She was cussing. She cussing Camilla.
All the time.
She's important. You know that looking bad. The finna go put that on Pastor go put that?
Nah, them been playing that. You mad over? Them been playing that.
They been playing that.
How they go play
No,
that?
evil and wicked the PNM is. Make more videos again. What's to say the PNM evil and wicked?
Yeah, she's supposed to say that. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Here's the video. Here it is.
You see the discussion that took place here last week about this black man company and this black company, and that this black government betraying black people. I take serious umbrage at that, and I tell you why. It was Eric Williams who wrote that the blackest thing in slavery was not the black man. And for all of you who want to talk about black man this and black man that, I might be the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago.
Let's maintain that I'm a proud black man. I mean, I carry myself in a way that black boys and black girls can be proud of what I am and what I represent. My children are proud of me. I'm proud of the life I've led. I have never run away from the color of my skin.
Anytime a person have to defend their blackness, they have problems.
Yep.
Anytime a black prime minister had to defend his blackness, he have difficulties, great difficulties. Right? That is a person who insecure in his blackness. And listener, right? Mrs. Kamala Prasad said to him, why you don't take care of your people? You're prime minister. You have been prime minister for years now. Why you don't take care of your people? Just imagine that. Yeah? And what
he taking care of his people. Yeah, I want the rich to get richer so that they can help the poor.
And you know what's sad? You know what's sad, Tommy? Yeah, what's sad, eh? You have people like Gordon Joseph want to talk about, well, all you don't talk about solutions. Listen, the Prime Minister had these solutions to reducing the amount of black people living below the poverty line, the 26%. He have these solutions. Easy. Kamala Prasad Basesa did it. She did it. Well, maybe he need to go to her and ask her how she do it. Yeah, Brooklyn, welcome.
Good night, Walshit. Good night, Uncle Tommy.
Good night.
Night.
Walshit.
Yeah.
I log on to the radio this evening a little late because I was in the pool taking a little dip in the pool and thing, you know. I log on the radio.
Taking a dip in the
And
sauce.
I hear Kingsley call 91.9 today and start the ball about he going to take up the fight for Judah Davy. And I say, shame on this man. When I don't understand what kind of UNC, I don't understand what's going on with this fella.
Brooklyn, can I ask you? I will just leave that alone, to be honest with you. Seriously, just leave that alone. Seriously.
Huh?
Just leave it alone. Don't even.
All right, well,
Yeah,
because
don't
Julian Davy, Wall Street, and I just said here a little short clip on She Too from 91.9 with Sean Felix and the Gladiator.
Yeah.
That's how long this race hateful type of speaking on that radio station and from this lady. Now she going through she problem. But nobody had to study she or help she. Because when she was getting she little thing to cause people and call black people lick bottom African because they don't want to support the PNM. She was getting she little kakada. So why the lick bottom Africans now must come and fight for she and tell she didn't know the PNM was bad all the time. She didn't know that. She didn't know, oh, Julia Davis spent 21 years in UNC. Why she spent 21 years in UNC and she can't even spend a good 3 years, a good 5 years in the PNM? because in 2015 when PNM win and she was supporting the PNM, in 2018 she make a video cussing Rowley and telling them they ain't gain black people nothing, they ain't gain the grown people in the PNM nothing. In 2018, it wasn't even a good 5 years in the PNM. She was cussing the PNM, but she spent 21 years in UNC. She was eating good, drinking good, doing good. And because of something she probably get vexed with, she went jump over the ship and go back in the PNM, only to go in the PNM and the Giselle thing, because Rowley, Julia Davy had direct connection to keep Christopher Rowley. When he want she to cause mayhem, he tell her she to talk, and she come on the radio and she started cuss Indian people, tell them all kind of thing, tell people jump. But she didn't say that on the radio, because I want to call her, say she said it on the radio. She said that on she Facebook page, on she private page, on she phone, right? But she was on the radio station when she made them nasty remarks about jump people wall and jump their wall and deal with them and all of this. So I want to say, somebody like that in an election time, if you really supported a party and you really want to get rid of the PNM, you can't come saying, boy, you cannot no fight for nobody like that, boy. She disrespect Kamala Basabi-Sessa. She disrespect the whole UNC. She dragged them. She had to stay there by herself in that corner and take she pain. That's how I deal with it. I don't want to hear nobody come up. I pick it up, fight for Julia Davy. To hell with Julia Davy. As Rolly say, all. Because
right,
she
man.
didn't like we. She called me wall shit. All of it she called like bottom African. All right?
Yeah, man.
So that's why I see it, Mr. Kingsley.
Bless. COP. COP, welcome. Wait. Let me, before you do that, let me read. Gordon Joseph, I see your call, but I see COP on the line. Patricia Reed, welcome. Patricia, where you joining us from? Patricia says, just like Wall Street, he didn't get a billion. That's why he here. I want to read another comment from Patricia Reed. Patricia Reed says, Wall Street, you're an educated dunce. Oh God, Patricia, what boy? Patricia, Patricia, growing up in Chumakak, Lavantil, my grandmother always told me it takes an educated dunce to know an educated dunce. Welcome to the dunce group. Growing up in Chumakak, Lavantil, my grandmother always told me it takes an educated dunce to know an educated dunce. So welcome to the dunce group. COP, go ahead.
Good night to you, Wall Street.
Good night.
And good night to you, Uncle Tony.
Yeah.
Good night to the listener.
Yeah.
Sometimes I leave Patricia and I'm alone. Them believe the PNM not supposed to give back black people nothing, Them believe that PNM something they're not supposed to benefit nothing from these resources, Them suggest be PNM alone, and be contented with minimum wage, And then and when the PNM but Wall Street and listeners, we papa is a pity and is a sad thing. Julia Davy, good night to you. I know you're listening. Julia Davy support two political parties in her life. She support the United National Congress, and after 20-something years, she break up with the party, and she decided to join the People's National Movement. That's constitutional rights. And but it's sad to see after PNM in power now, Julia Davy, and now I can't say Julia Davy, people can't get her money because she never say I can't get her money. People can't get her money from the corporation. Wall Street, the person who can ensure, the person who in charge of all the corporations in Trinidad and Tobago is an Indian man. Is an Indian man that the state rent buildings from him, from his family. He can say every month, people who have to get money, give them the money because the money is there for them. How could you give 5% the money every month and have 3 other person who is diehard PNM struggling and speaking on your behalf? Them can't get the money. I know it shows signs of stupidity on them behalf. But the responsibility is to pay the people them the money. Because we was asking for KFC to get him money too. I feel it's a cry out, that video is a cry out for our assistance. And when we in the political arena.
But COP, listen to this, COP. You
is that what you
no, listen to this, right? It is a cry out. You hear me?
Yeah.
COP, it is a cry out. But you see, COP, when you use certain type of words against people, boy, you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, either say the Prime Minister says he's the blackest man in Trinidad. He could be the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago. That's not my words, that's his words. Right? Either say 26% of people living below the poverty line under Prime Minister Rowley. That is statistics.
And Julia David them condemn that.
And them cost me and call me all kind of names. And no, how could I, in my right mind, decide I go and defend?
They tell you bending over and you're getting nothing. So if them bending over and they getting something, leave them, let them bend over. That is what they say. About you. That day now, the Indian man can help the people them get the money. So all the black callers and them who is to call in the Juju Love show and say we love you and we supporting you. I ain't here only supporting you now. Julia David, they love you again. But the Indian man who those black PNM supporters will cost you now to defend the Indian man. Depriving other people from getting the money in the corporation because they could call the shot. That is the man that relates in the money. You could ask for his assistant, Julia Davy, but to support the UNC for 20-something years and then come and support the PNM. But that behavior, I want to tell you, you will be banned for 3 years. For 3 years, you will be penalized. You can remember when you say, you know when Indian people is to rub oil in the head and oil in the foot and wear slippers. Well, that Indian man, he hear that. We in charge of all the corporation. He hear that. He say his grandmother and grandfather is to do that same thing. So that race thing where he was talking on 91.9, I feel that is the reason why people can't get the money in the corporation. Ask God for forgiveness. But I still say, them pay the people them the money. They work for it, pay them the money. Just as how the Indian man get any money. Just as how Rohan Sidanan, contractors them getting the money. Just as how Kusal getting the money. Just as how Junior Sami getting the money. Give them the money. Thank you, Walshika and Tony.
All right, thanks a lot.
Okay, Kunji, good night.
Tommy, this is my thing, eh? You know, people just say how all in a sudden Wall Street this and Wall Street that. It's not all in a sudden, you know, Tommy. Tommy, any party that I am part of, I look at what the party is doing. Caller, welcome. Alicia, welcome.
Good night.
Good night.
Everybody. Listen, I want to ask
The Lavender people and them is PN and them is PNM in the area, not all but majority.
Yeah, majority of them. Yes.
Right, and I heard I was talking recently on the live. I think they call on live worship evening, and they talk about helping Lavender people. So why the people then was asking for help and would help if they voted for a party where they get nothing from? And so that's what people to be helping them. They support our party, a PNM party, and want people to help them. So the people they learning anything at all?
I guess not. I guess not.
You don't still have them people on them? Or
Yeah, I do.
and they vote in PNM and you're helping them?
Well,
so they want to if I'm a man who have and they want to vote for somebody who will put things in place for them.
Hopefully,
so they want everything free.
Hopefully, they'll see light at the end of the tunnel.
You see people like them who want free thing worship, but some people they be feeding and handing out a hamper to every time because they'll keep coming and vote them pay them and look for a hamper from all here. They don't lock them off. They just suffer. They have to let them suffer. If they suffer, they will never change. If people keep helping them and feeding them.
All right, thank you so
okay,
much.
Okay, then my time thanks.
Yeah. Thank you. Gordon, I just missed your call. Call back. You know, Tommy. Gordon, welcome.
Good evening to the panel inside and the panel outside. How are you all, those who can speak?
We all doing fantabulous, splendiferous, and tremendiferous.
Nice. Okay. Well, I have some time on my hand. Gotta wait till 11 o'clock. And I'm listening to the program that's supposed to be for about 3 hours. And I'm asking myself, is this the same old? Or is this going in a direction that would help things and or individuals to be better
yes.
when this program finishes?
Yes. Here is right. Here is why. Think about this, right? You see the 2 videos we just played with respect to Julia Davy? You saw it, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Long before you played.
All right. And you see how she cussed me stink? You saw
well,
that,
you say cuss. I'm not too sure what you mean when you say cuss. Eh? I'm not too sure what you mean when you say cuss.
All right. She said very nice things about me then. Let me put it.
Okay, good.
Right?
I understand.
Yeah, she said very.
And I agree, yeah.
She said charming and nice and splendiferous things about me. Right?
Okay.
And
right. Once you interpret it that way, no problem.
Well, yeah, and you agree with me, right?
Well, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. If you say you're beautiful, I am not going to disagree with you.
Right.
If you say you are beautiful or handsome or charming, okay, no problem.
I tell you,
beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. That's what you see.
I tell you, she cussed me stink. And you say, you didn't get that. So I
could go ahead and finish, or you want to finish the point you made.
Go ahead and finish.
Okay, yeah. So it is just amazing, and it confirms to me I have to keep reading the book that I am reading, which is the Bible. And it shows up those people who are in the book of Tuishness, because hear what that book promotes. You see, when somebody down or going down, especially if they did something that you were displeased with, or they did something that was ugly, nasty, dirty against you, hear what? See what you could do to faster. Okay? See what you could do to make them reach a little, hit the ground a little harder. Okay? My book shows me you must love your enemies. You must pray for those who despitefully use you. And I find that is a little challenging. But you know what? When you attempt to do it, boy, your heart does feel good. Your liver, your kidney, your toenail, it does feel good, boy, when you attempt to do it. All right? Now, a man say he going and take up that fight, he going and fight it. So what's wrong with that? Because if we see each other as fellow human beings, when somebody doing 1-1 or 2-2, then we could bring it to attention. We don't have to hate, boy. We don't have to hate.
Gordon,
Gordon,
Gordon, can I stop you for a minute? Gordon, I'm gonna stop you for a minute. Gordon, you are absolutely incorrect, and I'm using myself. Tommy could speak for himself.
That is all right. I'm not surprised, disappointed, but not surprised.
You are absolutely incorrect because you believe that I hate the PNM and I hate Dr. Rowley.
What?
You are absolutely
hated
incorrect.
An understatement.
You are, but I'm telling you, you are absolutely.
Because from the time you get on the line, whichever program it is, people could predict what you're going and say.
All right, so continue make a contribution. Go ahead and make a contribution.
Right.
Yeah.
So there is a song. I said, but where they come up with this? Great is the UNC. Great is the UNC. Great is the UNC. And they always help the PNM to prevail. I said, that's sad. That is very sad. Now, in our culture here, you see, when it comes to the politics, and this one ain't get what they were expecting or what they were promised or what they anticipate that they were going to get. Boy, ask Karen Tuchera. Ask Mr. Perag. Ask Mr. Wall Street. Here a man is hit for 6. You understand? But what I hope is that they be careful, because sometimes the person that swing back, once they come across, so you know, see how they rejoicing, everything, and then when the person swing back, so like Mr. Barat, I hear them quiet. You're hearing that they saying all kind of things that was different to what they. Careful with the words that you're using, because it is possible you might have to eat it. You might have to eat it. So be careful with the words that you're going to be using. Listen, people, we have problems. We have issues. We have situations. How can we fix them without hating John or Joan or Debbie and saying all kind of derogatory things about him or her, whatever party they for? You understand? And I know, I mean, I listen to all the programs, and then it have people who have a comfort in attacking you personally, not your contribution. They ain't challenging whether you're speaking truth or lie. No, but your head big, or your eyes small, or you're black, or you're white, or you think. Well, we will continue going how we're going, and then just now the people will decide, and then it will be the same old, and the next calypso will come up. I've heard about the same thing over, because we're doing the same dirty stupidness over and over and expecting to get a different result.
Right,
you know, long people been complaining about the different people complaining but ain't get paid, and they got this is nothing new.
Let me take this.
This is nothing new, and it contradicts what some people saying. Oh, PNM the thing and PNM thing, and look how they handle it. Look, she's supposed to be a PNM. She's supposed to be higher. Well, not high up. High up is relative, but so that means it's anybody. So that means the problem is the system.
All right.
Mr. Rowley.
All right.
The manager.
Gordon, let me take this other call. Let me take this other call.
All right, no problem.
Man. Yeah, man. Bless. Yeah. Kingsley, welcome. Kingsley, welcome.
Let me say good night to you, Wall Street.
Good night.
Let me say good night to you, Uncle Tommy.
Good night, Kingsley.
Good night to the international listeners, and let me say a special good night to my people who support the Republican Party. Good night to you. Go out and vote early. Vote for the president, Donald Trump, and the vice president. It's the only way to free the world. Washit, I must say, Washit, I want to thank you early for stopping that man who have possessed who have a sickness over me. And anything I say, he have a problem with it. If he hate Julia Davy, that is his problem. He had to answer to God for that.
No, but Kingsley, Kingsley,
my doing what I say.
Kingsley, but Kingsley,
I answer God for.
but Kingsley.
Listen,
No, wait a minute, one minute. I don't think you know that he hates Julia Davy. I don't think you know that. That is your opinion that he hates Julia Davy.
He said, watch it. Hear what he said. He said how he just turned on the radio and he heard me speaking. So he stayed 3 hours or 2 hours working up there in the cold, studying me to take time to call in your program to talk about me. I am not the issue. I will never be the issue.
Yeah, but
I am not vying to be a counselor. Listen, please. I'm not vying to be a counselor. I'm not vying to be a MP. I could never be the issues. And my point of view, what I say on national radio, no man could judge me. And me talking for no man. Only man could judge me is God. And worship, please. I have to answer to God. And I not have to answer to no man. Because worship. Oh, how far? Because how far? And I know it's my personal with me. Personally. How far? I tell my dad, I would look often.
Kingsley.
You want to watch it? If
Kingsley, stop. Kingsley.
Am I dead?
Kingsley.
If I dead after, I can't.
Kingsley. Kingsley.
No.
Kingsley, wait a minute. Kingsley. I stopped him from talking about you, and I'm going to stop you from talking about him. I stopped him from talking about you, and I'm going to stop you from talking about him. Right? It's balanced. It's balanced.
No. But once, because I'm very ignorant.
No, Kingsley, I'm not.
No. Remember, let's watch it. I don't interfere with people because I know how I is. I target
Kingsley, I stopped him.
The government.
Kingsley, yes. I stopped him from talking about you, and I'm going to stop you from talking about him. If you want to make your contribution on anything else, make your contribution.
Let me say this,
Yes.
Let me say this about Jude Davy. Jude Davy work as a, let me say, a coordinator to make sure that everybody have the spot on Charlotte Street there. She and a woman called Boxer, wherever the woman is been with she sometimes will be the Mohawk, right? She job is to walk down Charlotte Street and walk up Charlotte Street and make sure that everybody who pay in the corporation go to the numbers and the block they give them to sell on Charlotte Street from Wednesday to Sunday. Juliet Davy is not working. Public servant, she's not a DDP government worker. She's not a MonDP government worker. She's on contract. And when you're on contract with government, this is what the problem is. It's not like you cannot delay WASA money or Kiantech money or the corporation money.
But Kingsley, here's the point. Here is the point. Straight and balanced. Kingsley, I use myself as an example. When I came to the radio and I bring the facts, Julia Davy cost me stink.
Oh, worship, but I cannot.
Let me finish. No.
Politics.
Let me finish.
That's what your problem. Or you're taking politics personal, like wife and husband. That is politics.
Kingsley.
Julia Davy she had to do what she had to do. She might do it without water in she mouth, but she had to do what she had to do. That is politics. She didn't that. And that's what all your total personal feelings.
Kingsley.
I mean, this is and I don't put feelings for nobody.
Kingsley, you gotta listen. Kingsley, you gotta listen.
I listen to you.
You gotta listen.
Listen to you.
Kingsley, I do not tote personal feelings for anybody. I never went to any radio station and lamblast Julia Davy, Sharon Felix, Pastor Google. I stay with the facts. I stay with the facts. I like to stay
watch it, I blaze you. Facts. Watch it, I blaze you. Watch it, I blaze you.
And I never come back.
If I call you,
and I never come back.
Right, and if I call you and say, hey, them cheering in Laventil need something, you go sell it for me. You studying if Kings is a PNM, if he's a ILP, if he's a UNC, you will send it.
Yeah, but the difference is that the difference with them is that their attacks are personal. And when you're gonna attack people personally, right? Stink dirty house Negro. Them is no political thing. Them is nasty. Them is vicious attacks. Yeah, them is vicious.
Watch it, people, watch it. Nobody say worst thing about you on the radio. I the people say the worst thing about me on the radio. PNM people say the worst thing about me on the radio.
Let me take this other call, Kings. Let me take this other call.
But watch it. Let me
close.
Finish
Yeah.
it. Let me finish it.
Go ahead.
Right, and watch it as I was saying. Watch it. I'm gonna say it again. I am going to defend Juliet Davy because watch it. If PNM could do Juliet Davy that somebody was on the radio fighting for Dr. Rowley. And COP right. This woman could be on a mentally watch. She could want to, this woman, although no David, this woman, she ain't ever gonna watch it. Jed Davy hold it on for months. I know Jed Davy wasn't getting paid. I know the PNM wasn't paying Jed Davy. Jed Davy was suffering. The same with Pastor Google. He's suffering every day on the radio. But when I meet them personal and I talk to them personal,
all right,
they're crying out.
All right, Kingsley, we got to leave it there.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, man. Let me take this other call. Caller, welcome. Caller, you see, Tommy, this is what it is, yeah? You see, Tommy, right? Anyway, caller, welcome. Caller, welcome.
Hey, good night, Mr. Anselm. Good night, Mr. Tommy. Mr. Anselm and Mr. Tommy. And this is for you, Mr. Anselm. Your shows finally start to get some traction and followers, and they're getting through to people. A lot of people start to look at the program now because they start to bring facts and they start to talk truth to power. Mr. Anselm, I tell you, there's distractors coming on your program, and that's what they do. They come and change your program. Mr. Anselm, you just do beautiful editorial, educational editorial. Mr. Anselm, you just bring videos. And I tell you, they're trying to come to change your program. And they're coming because they're afraid of traction again, Mr. Anselm. They're getting through to people. Here when he called to talk about a personal beef. If he's going to defend Julia Davis, go and defend Julia Davis. Who cares? I don't care.
I don't care either. I don't care. If you want to defend Julia Davis, if you want to defend Sharon Felix, if you want to defend Pastor Gugu, you can go and defend all of them. I don't care. I really don't care. Right? I mean, you however you want to do it, that is you. Right? I'm not getting involved in whatever you want to do, you go and do. Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I just worry about is the future, is the children and who coming up, because every year goes by the children and I'm not passing exam and they're not coming out with one or two subjects.
And Mr. Florida, we gotta go for the break. And Mr. Florida, that's why I just talk about, I just talk about the 26% of black people living below the poverty line under Prime Minister Rowley. That's why I just talk about. Anyway, we gotta go for the break. We gotta come back. We gotta go for the break.
Later.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. We had to go for the break. We'll be right back. Folks, stick and stay. We'll be right back. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walsh, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We'll be right back after this short break. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. Tommy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You realize that, and I do a lot of listening and a lot of thinking. The system that we are working with is what has us in this predicament that we're in right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Gordon made that point, which I'd like to say is on point, that the system...
Caller, hold on. Go ahead.
The system is flawed. And what it does, it creates a scenario where there's a lot of distraction, where we can't even focus on real solutions. You understand? And that is a no. That shouldn't be.
Caller, welcome.
Welcome. Good night. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
What does upset me is when we have problems, issue every day, current problems, why they keep bringing up Kamala and the UNC. Kamala and the UNC are not in power. They cannot do anything to solve the crime or any situation we are facing right now. As the present administration, we have to put under fire. Right now, the citizens at Trinidad and Tobago is in you could say, a relationship with the government at the day, which is the PNM. And anything go bad, don't come and tell me about we X, which is Kamala and UNC, like we X. How you go feel Wall Street? You're in a relationship with your wife, and every time a problem arises, before you work to solve the situation, she keep telling you about your ex, but your ex never used to do this. And I think to upset you, the government of the day need to deal with the crime situation. Last year, Tobago had 13 murders in August, and we have 19 already. And these PNM MPs not saying nothing, they're just saying down. Look in the US, it had attempted assassination on Donald Trump, and both sides of the fence are calling for the resignation of the director of the Secret Service. Even the Democrats who don't like Donald Trump calling for the head of the Secret Service to resign because it was a colossal failure. Right now, the Commissioner of Police in Trinidad and Tobago is a colossal failure, and members of the PNM, MPs and senators just sitting down and saying nothing about it. But I pray that the wolves don't come home to roost, the chicken don't come home to roost on the doorstep for them to experience what the everyday citizens at Trinidad and Tobago experiencing. Look, City Gates, since before you and all was born, so key does flood. Why it is every time rain falls, city, your main transportation hub that's had to shut down.
Yeah.
That come like metro station shutting down when rain fall.
Correct.
That insanity. That insanity, and the people who does feel it the most is we the African race on the East-West corridor, which is safe seats for the PNM. Is we are the most economically and socially depressed areas in Trinidad and Tobago, and we keep putting these people back.
And caller, where you calling us from?
Port of Spain.
I know this is the first time you're calling. Caller, you see what you just said there? I just always talk about economic development, economic empowerment, economic inclusion, and access to capital for black people and black business. You know, most of the PNM people on radio show cuss me for that. You know, I try to get the building up in Chumakal Laventel renovated. They cost me for that. Try to get the Laventel to Wall Street Empowerment Center on Duncan Street and Independence. They cost me for that. Something had to be wrong with those people.
Correct.
Something wrong with them. The Afrex Exim Bank want to come to Trinidad. Prime Minister Rowley blocking the bank, right? And give them a cock and bull story about the bank don't want them to pay taxes. They don't want the employee to pay and they run with that. They ran with that. And listen, think about this, caller. Think about if that was Kamala Persad-Bissessar doing it. Think about if we had.
They would have buried her.
Oh God, think about we had 26% of black people living below the poverty line under Kamala Persad-Bissessar. What would they have said? What would they have said?
But Wall Street, if the $3 billion was missing under the UN,
what?
You feel that I say?
What? What they would have said? Just imagine if most of the black kids scoring under 50% in SCA. What they would have said about Kamala Persad-Bissessar? Think about it. Yeah. 3 months. 3 months. The highest 3 months murders in Trinidad and Tobago under Prime Minister Rowley. Imagine if that was under Kamala Persad-Bissessar. What would they have said?
Yeah.
What would they have said?
Because look, even when Fitzgerald Hines became Minister of National Security, one of the first things he says that it is not his job to make people feel safe. And I want to ask all the US listeners, if the mayor of New York had come on TV and say it is not his job to make the citizens feel safe, would he have a job the next day?
Gone.
Out of work.
Out.
And that's why I keep telling people, stop making excuse for these people incompetence, because and the reason why they wouldn't do nothing, it come like a child. If you have a child who come in last in test every day, every term, sorry,
and the child said they want PS5, you buy the PS5. Then the next term, the child come last and they say they want iPhone and you buy it. What motivation that child have to come first the next term? None. And that's the same thing with the MPs. They know we given already bare minimum, and we know we're going to win the PNM stronghold by a landslide margin.
Caller, thank you.
Dirty water on Fitzgerald Hines down in the B-term, and they still voting back.
Correct is right. Caller, thank you so much. And take a wrong. You know, Tommy. It's something, Tommy, boy. And hear what the PNM callers just say. Oh God, I'm fed up on Wall Street. Every time he come, it's with the same thing over and over and over. Tommy, I have said this. I run track. You know that, right, Tommy?
Of course.
Right? And in track, you may have to do the same workout over and over and over. Let me take this one. And over and over and over. Right? Mr. Santa Cruz, hold on. You may have to do the same workout over and over and over.
As a musician, I know what you're saying to be true with music too.
That is the way it is. In order to be proficient at what you want to be good at, you can't do it once and stop. But that's what most of them PNM does operate, right? Prime Minister Rowley go on a campaign on a podium. Oh, I'm going to talk to the Minister of Finance. 100 million going into the urban communities. And after 2 days later, next, they go. Mr. Santa Cruz, welcome. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, welcome.
Hi, good night again, Wall Street, and Uncle Tommy, and to everybody out here. Wall Street, I want to say something here tonight. And whichever Cinderella the shoe fit, they can wear it, right? I'm not calling any names, I'm making a general statement. We heard the tape that you played where she was cussing you out, the things that she was saying about you. That is just the tip of the iceberg. We heard a lot of nastiness that she was spewing from that platform. We heard it. And all the lives that she was making. And I cannot understand how people can make excuses for that type of behavior, right? Or we must push people when they're down. What was she doing? I want to know, did they adopt that same attitude that they tried to put on you here tonight? When she was talking about run up to the fence, jump the wall, that started the home invasions. That started it. Who don't want to admit it? Go right ahead. Play ostrich. That started it. And today we are seeing how many people died in home invasions. Right? Look at the things that she was saying about you and about anybody else. Who's supporting the UNC? She was a supporter of the UNC. She benefited under the UNC. They can excuses. It's sanctimonious hypocrisy and situational ethics. They are trying to defend what it is she's saying, but I agree with part of what COP said. Let all who was defending her and all who was raining and clapping when she was on the radio station, let them start a GoFundMe for her, right? For her to pay her, to pay back the low track or whatever they call them. Let us see how many of them going to come up and help her. Let us see how many of them going to do it. They're not going to help her, right? And when you don't play situational ethics, stand up for everything that is wrong. Don't be selective in what it is you want to stand up for.
Correct.
And I make no apologies for what I said earlier. I make none, because I was totally offended when she was using all the derogatory statements against Indian people. Right? Wall Street, thanks a lot and have a good night.
Thank you very much. Yeah. You see, Tommy?
Yep.
Tommy, you see the thing about it, eh? If I stand on facts, I don't have to remember anything, you know. I don't have to remember.
What your mother told you 40 years ago.
A liar has no memory, right? That's what my mother told me. A liar has no memory. So I stand on facts. And the problem is, Tommy, is that the facts is now making people wake up. They may not like it, but it's the truth.
It makes them very uncomfortable, but it's the truth.
It's the truth. It's the truth. Right? A man want to give an excuse. A man want to give an excuse with respect to hold on. With respect to David Mohammed getting land from Kamala Pasal. Oh, sure you know if he had a lease. The man sitting on that.
And the ignorance of the Exim Bank and the benefits and the benefits
Yes.
and the benefits that are being lost.
Correct. Hold on, just a minute. Caller, welcome. Caller, welcome.
It was shit on Uncle Tommy. Good night again.
Yeah.
Well, shit. You see, again. You see, Gordon Joseph and them fellas, I never hear you have a program where he come and contribute towards the program. A lot of time, his contribution is to say that you don't know what you're talking about. Your ideas don't make sense. This, that, the other. Oh shit. You see, you're on the radio long, and I could say something. I just have problems with people. I'm not calling your show to have no problem with nobody. Right? This is, as I said from the beginning, this is an election. We're in an election time. The things when Julia Davy was on the radio, dragging the UNC, acting like if nothing wrong. When you was on the same radio station, right? After Heavy and them in the night, fighting for people in Trinidad.
All right, that's the internet connection there.
But Julia Davis show, right? And they were talking everything about PNM is the best thing. People dying, PNM good. You understand? Place burning, PNM good. People ain't getting paid, PNM good. On Julia Davis program, a girl called and said that she working MTS or some security company, and them ain't get no money. Them ain't get no money from the government. And she tell the people to wait. She tell them wait. The turn will come. So when we hear that, and we know calling and saying whatever problem she have, let she deal with it. And I want to make it clear that fella only like attention, because I have nothing with him. I think if I's UNC and use UNC and we fighting for the same party.
But when you're going out
for the enemy, that is our problem. Or when you call and say you defending the enemy that hate your party, to me, as a supporter of the UNC, that is our problem. So I'm going to put it out there clear, because my job is to get rid of the PNM. That is my job, to get rid of the PNM, to get rid of Rowley. I don't want no distraction by Julia Davy or no other PNM person. My job is to get rid of Rowley. And when I hear you as a person on my team coming to say about you picking up fight for the enemy, I think that's a problem. Not with you, but what you're picking up the fight with.
All right, let me take this other one.
Make that clear.
Yeah, man, bless. Caller, welcome. Caller.
Yeah.
Yeah, caller. Caller.
That is a major part of our problem. But as you have said, and folk have said it before you, and I agree with it, fish does rotten from the head. So it's as if we could get the head good, the fish could last longer.
Yeah, but the problem
that is what can we have.
Yeah,
you
but,
see that
Gordon
versus them.
Gordon, the problem we have in Trinidad starts with the head of Trinidad and Tobago. And here what did I say, Gordon? If I replace something the Prime Minister says, and then I say, he said he might be the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago, how could that be disrespectful?
Whether it was disrespect or not, what that is going to do, when you play it and you repeat it and you say it, what that is going to do. A, B, C. Go ahead. Tell me. A, B, C. Go ahead.
That leads to that leads to my point. That is making a point that if you are saying I might be the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago, yet under your watch, in the history of Trinidad and Tobago, most of the black people living below the poverty line, then you're not serious about being the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago. Secondly, if you the black,
if you are correct with what you are saying,
I mean, if you could correct,
then the problem is not the percentage.
Why don't you fact check it? Why don't you fact check it to see if it's correct or not?
I don't have to fact check nothing. I listen to the commentators besides you, and I look at the results. I see the result in 2015. I see the result in 2020. So I don't have to fact check nothing. So you could come up with all kind of figures. I could come up with figures too and tell you, go and fact check. You will strip because say, what will that do? What will that do? Right?
Gordon, let me engage you. Gordon,
I could understand what Chris is saying. When Chris talk about, this party thing is well licking we are.
Gordon, hold a minute.
Gordon,
I agree with some of the things he said.
Gordon, hold a minute.
Gordon,
engage you.
I want to engage you for a moment. Now, the Afri-Exim Bank. The Afri-Exim Bank is something that we've been talking about for a while.
Go ahead.
And they are
getting it, Tommy. I don't know if there's somewhere that you could increase your volume, please.
Okay, let me see if I can go closer to my mic. The Afri-Exim Bank is an option that is going to provide some solutions economically, especially for people of African descent. That is being blocked, and we are getting excuses as to why they are being blocked. Now, leadership, we're talking about leadership that's blocking something that is supposed to be an assistance or a solution to some of our economic challenges. What say ye? Don't you think that shows that we have a problem with our leadership, with our governance, when they are standing in the way of
what say ye? I say I have heard from the people who have the authority to make the decision, and I have heard from others. At the end of the day, at the beginning of the night, there's nothing I can do about that. But what I do know is that contrary to what is preached, Trinidad and Tobago is not the only country in the world that refused the bank. So, based on the little information that I get, based on the little internet, I cannot say if it's good or if it's bad. Honestly, I cannot. But I have listened to different sides, and I'm not comfortable to say I'm in a position to say yes or no to the bank.
All right, thank you.
You understand, Tommy?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yes, because we're talking about solutions to some of our economic woes, and something that we've been touting about, or should I say, campaigning about for a long time, which is reparations. It is an attempt at some reparations of a sort of a form.
Good night, Uncle. Good night, Star Wars. Good night, Uncle.
Hold on. KFC, hold on. Let Tommy finish. Tommy, go ahead. Ahead.
It's like I said, it's an attempt or a solution to the reparation issue being presented, that Trinidad and Jamaica are blocking, which should not happen. That's why I'm saying that the leadership is showing us poor judgment, as far as I'm concerned.
All right, KFC, go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Washington, I've been some good program. This is my last night. I had a good program tonight. It's a good program. But that man not talking about Gordon show. So that piano lover. You know, piano so much. He going mad. That person can dance on the bush, but support it. every evil thing that the government oppressing people, you know. As Brooklyn, say we aim to get this evil, wicked, atlas, PNM. Watch the election gimmick. Scotland, right? You remember easy MP for Port Spin South, right?
Right.
In the area. He got position with enhanced national security.
Right.
So like a youth man die down the street and that police thing in there. You know he run down there?
Yeah.
The election gimmick. Let the people show the plan then. Why the people get this evil, wicked PNM? As Tunji say, Tunji them don't want money, boy. All them want is a rare jersey, a chubby and a coyote and a maxi. What money they want? They want to suffer peacefully. What great is the PNM? Fire burn the PNM, that'll go right.
Thank you. Yeah, man. Yeah. COP welcome.
Wall Street and Uncle Tony, good night again. Wall Street, Ron Joseph is a wicked man. He's a wicked man. And he tiptoeing. He tiptoeing. He cannot do anything about it. But you can speak. You can speak out, Gordon Joseph. That is what you could do. And if 100,000 of you black people who say always black people and only want the best development for black people, if all really want that, you hear Dr. Rowley say the issues they have with it is because the workers and them don't want to pay tax. If 100,000 of you so-called black people say, no, Dr. Rowley, we want this bank over here, and always stand up as how the people them stand up from the 70s, or they will get that bank over here to give black people opportunity. But you being a PNM, you don't want black people to get opportunity. Let me tell you something. You see all them big ship and cruise ship and things that have shagamas, what them white people, them not paying no tax for that. You see the Chinese man down Shagamas who was National Security Minister? That get a license to build in the sea, bar, and for people to lime and drink and fete. He paid them $1 a year. God Joseph. But still keeping a blind eye and speaking about how Laventille need assistance and about foreman and long time people is to make churn and put them in basket and put them in by first step. That's the kind of things you like, and you see that development under the PNM, and you're keeping a blind. You're a wicked man, God Joseph. You're a wicked black man for supporting them things. You should never say you can't do nothing about it. It's you have to do something about it. So the future of the black race, the black community, the black development will have something when you leave and go. How sad is this to hear a black man say he can't do nothing about it? Eh? But Jidal to come and get black people land for pan in Trinidad. It's so sad to hear this sick old people, eh? Thank you, Wall Street. Sad.
Exim Bank again calls on TNT to join Your Move PM rally. Africa Business Group Chief Executive Officer Michael Sidarkisa is reiterating the call to join the African Export-Import Bank, Exim Bank, saying this would greatly benefit TNT's economy and citizens. Sidarkisa was responding to concerns raised by Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley in June that the government has not joined most of its regional neighbors in signing up to Exim Bank because the financial institution wants its employees based in TNT, both local and foreign, to earn tax-free salaries. Rowley noted that the difficulty being experienced with Exim Bank is that the bank is asking for all its staff to earn tax-free salaries in this country. I do not know why the bank is taking that position, but that is the bank's position, that its staff, whether local or foreign, would not pay tax in the country. That has far-reaching consequences because it is against the existing arrangements of privileges, immunities, and policies. We have several international agencies that reside in Trinidad and Tobago and conduct business here. The law and the policies are if you are a foreigner working with the agency, you will not be taxed in TNT, but local people working for the UN or the OAS, You are taxable in this country, the Prime Minister explained. However, Siddharkasa told Guardian Media on Wednesday said while it is not in his place to tell Dr. Rowley what to do, he cited the cost benefits of having access to the resources from the Exim Bank. Exim Bank is a multilateral institution in all the countries where it has a presence. The staff are paid on a tax-free basis. To my vantage point, if you do the short to long-term benefit, the pros of being part of the bank far outweigh any cons. It's not everybody that shows up in any country and says, I want to have my staff work for tax-free dollars. It is multilaterals, Siddharkasa disclosed. The CEO noted that he lives in South Africa and when the African Development Bank, another multilateral financial institution, wanted to bring its staff and set up business in the country to earn tax-free salaries, it took about 5 years for the government to approve this move. It took time for South Africa to reflect on the pros and cons and whether it made sense, he said. Speaking on the panel of the annual Transatlantic Trade and Investment Symposium at the Hyatt Regency on Wednesday, Roger Roach, president of the Trinidad and Tobago Manufacturers Association, TTMA, agreed that the Exim Bank would provide opportunities for small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs. Last August, the bank opened a CARICOM office in Barbados. It said the Exim Bank CARICOM office will support the implementation of the partnership agreement between Exim Bank and CARICOM member states aimed at expanding Africa-Caribbean trade and investment relations. This move cements Exim Bank's efforts to promote and develop trade between Africa and the Caribbean, in line with its diaspora strategy and the African Union's designation of the African diaspora as Africa's sixth region, the bank said in a news release then.
Yeah.
No audio.
Sorry about that, Tommy. Tommy, Kingsley, hold on. Tommy, do you know why I play this song by Black Stallion? Black Man Don't Get Nothing Easy. That is an example right there.
And it's we own who does give us the most problem.
And it's we own who does give me the most problems. We own, right? And a man who said, I might be the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago. You hear how Gordon Joseph put on the ballerina socks and tipped around Balize house? And when he finished, he tipped around the Savannah too? And if you had make it sure you'd have go down to the Queen's Park Oval and tiptoe around there too, with a different red ballerina socks.
No, but what the worst part is that he's always talking about solution. Here's a financial solution for our community.
Correct. And he tiptoeing, he put on the ballerina sneakers. The only thing he didn't do was to go to the Olympic in France. You don't use the Holland Tunnel though. The only thing he didn't go is to go to the Olympic in France and tiptoe around there with the ballerina socks too. Kingsley, welcome.
When it's nice, I do it twice. And as 17 years as a caller, as on the airwave, learn from the best, get the crown from the king of talk. Say that Kingsley, you are the king of the airwave. Watch it, there's no one a good program, and then a good program. You have to listen to the full 3 hours because it is a good program. So I'm here, look on.
But Kingsley, wait a minute. Kingsley, I don't understand something. You're coming to the program tonight for convenience. Let me be honest. You're coming tonight for convenience. No. Yeah, you be honest.
No.
Kingsley, when is the last time you call this program? When is the last time you call this program?
Watch it.
Oh God, answer the question.
Watch it.
You're going on.
I'm a professional. Right? Watch it. I've been on the radio. I got to be on the radio.
I'm just asking you a question. Don't be like God, right? Joseph. I'm asking you a question.
No. Answer that question. If I say something somewhere else, somebody will come and repeat it. Where I say so. I don't do this. I don't watch it right now. Watch it. I take 2 steps back away from all program.
Kingsley, that's not true. Kingsley, that's not true.
But
that's not true.
I show you listening to them every day, and you don't hear me calling them every day again. So
Kingsley, let me ask you the question again. If the question too hard, I go ask you an easier question. When is the last time you called this program?
About 2 months ago.
No, not 2 months ago. Go back a little more.
Well, watch it. I want to say this. I watch it.
All right, make
I
your
think that,
contribution. Make your contribution.
yes.
Go ahead, make your contribution.
I
Go
think
ahead.
that
Make your contribution.
I think that Keith Scotland. I think that it is not an election gimmick. I think it's that position that Keith Scotland can get is for him to eat our food. Because if it was an election gimmick, Keith Scotland conjured 35,000 people on the watch. From St. James to Nelson Street, to Duncan Street, to Mango Rose, to John, Beverly Hills, to Despery Crescent, to Rose Hill, to Simple Street. Very big, very big, very big. Sealot. It's very big, not Beacom, but Sealot to John. And I think that this Scotland should be in the Ministry of Works, or the housing, the Ministry of Housing, or even have that position and all. What Faris have, where he could help young African youths to empower them. By being in the Ministry of National Security, it can't do nothing. He can't build a bridge, he can't build a road, he can't do nothing in the community. He have to go and beg fish Ronald Sernan for a road pitch. So that position there is for he's got to eat a food, get a ministry position, because he has to show he's got to learn right now. He's showing Dr. Rowley how loyalty is to him. And we have seen piece by piece Dr. Rowley putting him in position and giving him a little piece of the pie, because he's got them playing for his spot, to seal his spot. Wash it is summertime and sure, then back out to school now. And these PNM government ministers and these PNM MPs and councillors, they are hiding to give away a book grant. They are hiding to give away a book back. They call it to the one by one to the office, easy, and here they don't see no crowd outside the office. You understand what we are dealing with? You understand the medicine? What we are dealing with? They're hiding to give you a school bag. They're hiding to give you a grant because they want to get certain people, and they don't want everybody. No. This is what going on right now with the PNM ministers, the PNM MPs, and the PNM councillors. They are choosing and picking who to give a bag and a book bag and a copybook. How sad. Wash it and in fact remain that Dr. Rowley, when we call him a Oreo, because Kamala never call him a Oreo. Kamala heard from we, and she just repeat what we say. We look at Dr. Rowley, we who the right thinking African, we look at Dr. Rowley as an Oreo. We know he's salary out. We know he's the biggest slave catcher in the Caribbean. We know that. We know. Worship. I could lift up my head high and say I walk away from a government to empower. When they tell me I went on the PNM station on Darrell Marcia's show, no I lie, on the barbershop show, and I went and I asked Dr. Rowley in 2015, in about 4 months in power, and my God talked to me and said, Kingsley, that man is not going to support the African community. And I was shit. When I went there and I cried, tears come out my eye, and I said, Dr. Rowley, you tell Manning what about the boys from Carnage, from Beatham.
All right, Kingsley, don't cry, don't cry. All right, Kingsley.
No, wash it. I had to cry. I had to cry, wash it.
We have our next call, Kingsley. We have our
Because
next call.
as I close in second, Doctor, I don't know what I'm calling it, Dr. Ronnie, wash it. Wash it. Watch it. I will be going on all this PNM program show tomorrow. Darren Marcia show, Pastor Google show, Sean Flake show, and ask them if they hear JDV crying out and what is the view on that.
All right, cool.
Because I'm going to mobilize the PNM.
Let me take this next one
to support. Watch it. Would you feel that the supporters will support me, mobilizing them to support Judith Davy? Watch it.
Kingsley, I stay not at that, not me. I not
watch it.
Yeah, I'm not getting involved in that. Kingsley, I not getting.
Watch it.
Yeah, I hearing you.
Okay, then, thank you very much.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah. Caller, welcome. Caller.
Caller. Good night again, Mr. Hansen, Mr. Tommy. So, Mr. Hansen, the man say here bringing the African Bank in Trinidad and Tobago because of the taxes.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question, right? For 2024 May back, how much tax exempt them is given when they buy that?
Yeah? Good question. Very good question. Yeah.
Great question.
Tax exempt is given
Great question. Great question.
Excellent question.
Excellent question.
And how much of them is be buying vehicle for every 2 years? Yeah. And when a vehicle costs $3 and $4 and $5 million, how much tax exempt that is get from that?
Please.
You see, and people accepting it. Yeah. Look on listening.
Yeah, man. And listen to this, Tommy. You know we have Jindal in corruption. We have Hafed in corruption. You know there's a third one. There's a third one, you know. Take a listen to this.
Statement by Dr. Rudal Munalal, Member of Parliament for Orapush East, Shadow Minister of Housing and Urban Development. Government must explain mega housing deal to corrupt foreign company. The award of a $475.8 million public housing construction deal to a tainted Chinese company that bids significantly more than local contractors is abominable, corrupt, and highly offensive. The PNM government, which came into national office on the pretext of fighting corruption and promoting local enterprise, is surreptitiously handing the mega contract to Chinese Harbor Engineering Company, CHEC. In a most clandestine manner, the Housing Development Corporation is awarding the contract to CHEC despite its tender being larger than 8 other bidders, all owned and operated by Trinidadians and Tobagonians. CHEC is accused in at least a dozen countries of bribing public officials and other blatant acts of corruption, and for several years was blacklisted by the World Bank for gross financial malpractices. The company has also been blamed for shoddy work and substandard material on several projects, including a Jamaican highway. The Rowley regime is granting this mega contract to the crooked company while denying local companies and workers the opportunity to participate in economic activity, especially at a time of high unemployment. Awarding the contract to locals would also have promoted income redistribution and shared wealth and prosperity amid the growing hardship by the working poor. This unscrupulous and highly suspect deal is counter to the policy of the Kamla Persad Bisesar administration, which promoted indigenous contractors and local content and employed foreigners only where the requisite skills and experience were unavailable. The Minister of Housing must explain how a shady international company with a history of paying large kickbacks was able to secure this contract ahead of much more cost-efficient contractors. The minister must state whether this contract was subjected to the rigors of the public procurement process. The minister must reveal the procedure utilized for tendering and evaluation and overall accountability with taxpayers' money. This scandal follows a disgrace in the early years of the Rowley regime, where a U.S. $72 million housing construction deal with China Gejuba Group International Engineering Company had to be scrapped. The government must come clean with the people of Trinidad and Tobago, who are funding the mammoth check contract.
Yep.
Tommy?
No audio. Yeah.
Yeah. Tommy?
Yep.
Tommy?
Yep.
It just continues.
Yep.
You understand? I mean, listen, Tommy, and when you talk about unemployment in Trinidad and Tobago, people just no, it don't work. Them people on them lazy, they don't want to. And you have nearly $500 million contract, and you giving it to a company outside of Trinidad and Tobago.
Look how much of that money is going to be leaving the country.
Hello. Instead of money coming in, it going out. It going out. The contractor is CHEC.
And they bring a whole bunch of their workers with them.
Of course. Yeah. They bring a lot of their workers with them. I mean, it's just sad, man. It's just and listener, and it could go on and on. But a fella sing a song, listen to this one.
In Italy, you have people singing from their balconies to inspire people during these troubling times. They're playing guitars, they're playing trumpets. It's amazing. Trevor Noah tried the same thing in New York, and I want to do the same thing in Trinidad. I want to sing for my neighbors, and I think they'd love it. They'd love it. There was a little black boy, a black boy was he. The boy went to school and he come out and see. He never learned how to read.
You don't know how to shoot.
Oh God, Tommy, Tommy, I tell you, boy, I just to lighten it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Just to lighten it up a little bit. You know. Let's take this one. Caller, welcome. Caller. Caller, welcome. Sorry, caller. Caller, welcome. Sorry, caller. Go ahead.
The reason why that's why we don't have no foreign exchange, because with all these kickbacks that get this money in the foreign accounts.
Correct. Yep.
So that's and Trinidad and Tobago is the only Caribbean country that have a US problem.
Yeah.
Only Caribbean country. Imagine people from Barbados who have a Scotiabank card could come in, a Scotiabank debit card could come in Trinidad and push the card in our machine. But we Trinidadians can't go nowhere and push we Scotiabank card in any machine to get any kind of money. Why is that? Look the banks fighting down crypto, and they say, oh, they want to go cashless. How you could go cashless and you're fighting down crypto?
Yeah.
These are things that could bring in foreign exchange to the country.
You think it's easy?
And these people just fighting down every avenue that the small man have to make money. They're just fighting it down right through. Look, I watch it, and you see, we have a set of leaders with no ideas. Look at Keith Scotland. He talked about use a coal pot and ride a bike to work. So one new idea, he going into the Ministry of National Security with that kind of thinking. Look, I watch for the COVID when we locked down our country and our locals couldn't come home. You know what Mayor Motley do? She said all cruise ships or they could dock in Barbados to send all their workers home. So what she was doing as the cruise ship docked at the port, a bus picking up the workers, carry them straight to the tarmac on the airport. It had the customs officer and immigration on that end, straight onto the plane, no cross-contamination. You know how much money that woman make for COVID with that cruise ship thing? But we locked down the whole country as people with no ideas at all. That's why Trinidad is how it is, and people supporting them. Look at our daughter living in a planning area in one of these hotspots, and auntie mother say, yes, let she go outside and ride the bike. She said no, she has ride the bike in the gallery. You know how small the gallery is in one of these plannings?
I know exactly. I know for a fact. I live in one of them plannings.
And you don't want your child to go outside because of fear of picking up a stray bullet, but all you're voting PNM.
Yeah, man. Bless.
Something wrong. Something wrong.
Yeah, man.
Seriously wrong.
Yeah, something. Caller, welcome. Caller.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi.
Yeah, you're on caller.
I find you've been very unfair to me.
What is that?
All right?
What are you talking about?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm
Explain,
listening.
explain.
I don't understand. What are you talking about? Go ahead, caller.
Hello?
Caller, we listening to
Go
you.
ahead, we're listening.
We hearing
All
you.
right, good. I find you being very unfair to me. I find you being very, very unfair to me. I was asked a question. I promised the world that what I will never do is come on this station or any program and lie. 1. 2, I'm not going to go into anything that I don't know about and don't have the authority to speak on. Okay? Are you there?
Yeah, caller, we listening.
Go ahead.
We like to listen.
And I am not going to be involved in any kuchu, bacchanal, kankatang. No, that is not me. That will not benefit anybody. While it might massage my ego, I get the impression, that is the impression that some people give. You understand? But I give my honest opinion because as far as I know, based on the structure that we have here, there are things that you and I could deal with here. And there are things that we cannot deal with. We have to wait until election day come. And if we don't like what they did or what they're doing, vote the tail out. And the next side, if we like what they say or what they did when they were there, bring them back in. That's the prerogative. That's the opportunity we have. But there are things right now we could talk till we blue, get red, and there's nothing else we could do about it. Oh, okay? Nice.
Okay.
Okay, caller. Thank you. All right. Tommy, did you get the unfair part? What was the unfair part?
I'm still at a loss.
Anyway, let me give you some. Go ahead, Tommy.
No, I'm not clear as to what was unfair.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe what I asked him
Did you know
about-
that there was a place called Shagarama's?
Sorry about that. Yeah, go ahead, Tommy.
I asked him about the handling of the Exim Bank dilemma. Maybe he thought I was unfair to ask him that question. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know. So,
Did you know that there was a place called...
folks, this is just some informational purposes.
Did you know that there was a place called Shagarama's in Venezuela? Here are 8 other place names we share in common with our neighbors that you probably didn't know. San Fernando, San Juan, Santa Cruz, Valencia, Maracas, Arima, Carapo. Did you know that there is also a river in Venezuela called the Caroni River? A drone shot over these locations is a reminder that the history of these two countries may be more similar than we realize.
So you see, Tommy, we have some similarities with Venezuela.
Name of places, huh?
Again, Mr. Tommy. Mr. Tommy, you know why he talking about unfair? He talking about rowdy color.
Let me play that again.
Okay.
Yeah, caller, welcome.
Tommy?
Yes, sir.
You asked a question, and I responded to the question. And I'm saying, I will not go into anything that I cannot speak comfortably about. That is one. If I hear, if especially your partner, they ask me some kind of funny question that has no validity, no substance, even though I know the response I could give in terms of an answer, and I know it could go, I will just plead the fifth. Okay? So I was just saying that I don't understand enough about the bank and the system. I don't deal with bank to make a comment for or against. I listen to those who for it. I listen to those who not against it. And I know that Trinidad and Tobago is not the only place that so far the bank is not here. But I wouldn't be surprised if it end up here next week, next month, next year, or never. I wouldn't be surprised. Because it are places that didn't have water at all. And I see them on television talking about how much years they didn't get water and now they get water. When it had who told us that there will be water for all. So let me work on the system now. Let me work on the system. So if we get the system right, whoever bloody in power, whether they yellow or they red, we go be able to smile and be comfortable a little more. Thank you.
Agree. 100%. And to get the system.
Sorry, Tommy. Go ahead.
To get the system right, we need who is in charge to do the right thing when it comes to setting the system that's wrong right.
Dale, you think this African bank could go any part of the world and say they're opening a bank and asking that their staff do not pay tax? I think they start off bad. Number one, they start bad. Because from the time you start to make a demand like that, I think that's sending up red flags for me. So, as I what George sang, they better think it over and think it again. Dale, you have a blessed day and try and see if you could reach home safe. Traveling mercies.
Yeah, right now I'm feeling for a little milk and cornflakes. Thank you.
Tommy, you know, there was a I wonder if I still have it here. There was a ad in the newspapers that I wonder if I still have it here. Let me see if I still have it here. No, I think I got rid of it. There was an ad in the newspapers that we would have gotten water in 1960. Look at here. Look at here. You remember that? Who was in power then, Tommy?
Eric Williams.
What year was that? I ain't seen it good. What year that when that papers there?
1950 something. Let me see. Look at it.
Yeah, no, but just read the headlines, man, because sometimes my reading glasses don't go.
Just Trinidad to solve problem by what? Trinidad likely to solve water problem by 1960.
Oh, okay. So you see, Tommy, you see, and Gordon Joseph want to come and blame the UNC. You see what I'm talking about? That is exactly what I'm talking about. And again, facts, I didn't make that up. I didn't print the newspapers, right? But Gordon Joseph want to come and talk. Yeah, them talk about waterfall. What year? Between 2010 2000.
That looked like 57 on there. I wasn't clear as to what it said.
Let me say 1960 then. Let me just say 1960. Let me take 1960.
No, if they're saying by 60, I mean that is before 60.
Right. So how much years ago was that, Tommy? How much years ago was that? 60-something years ago?
Yep.
60-something years ago?
60 is 64 years ago.
And again, blame the UNC. Blame the UNC. Yeah, them say about water for all. Them talk about water for all. But years ago, right? I don't think Gordon was born as yet, if it's 57. I don't think he was born as yet. But years ago, you see when all you come with them things, or you could go by Pastor Google and them with them things. Right? We like facts. We don't like fiction. We like facts. We love facts. Love facts. Facts is a stubborn thing. And Mova Defender, please put that closing comment you just put in the chat, please. Folks, put your closing comments in the chat, please. Mova Defender, please put that closing comment in the chat. I have to make that comment, Tommy, one of the comments we do here all the time. Yeah? So, folks, one love call back after the break. Let's go for the quick break, Tommy, and then we wrap up. Folks, it's in the village. Let me take this call real quick. You have a minute before we go for the break. Go ahead. You have a minute. You have a minute before we go for the break. Go ahead.
Who, me?
Yeah, you have a minute. We're going for the break. Go ahead.
Yes. Quick thing.
Yeah.
They're talking about how the bank not saying that they must exempt their staff from taxes, right?
Yeah.
That we say all the Venezuelan migrants we have in the country, these businesses not paying NIS and health surcharge, which I calculate at $45 million a month. Because that we say the worker pay $150 a month NIS and health surcharge.
Yeah.
The company does pay twice times that, 2/3. Right? So the company paying $300, the worker paying $150. So $450 by 100,000 Spanish working in the country is $45 million a month by 12 months. And ties with the government. Collect tax on.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
And
yeah. Sorry about that, man. Sorry about that. Yeah, Brooklyn, quickly. We have a minute. I get you an extra minute.
All right, very quick. Uncle Tommy, I disagree with Gordon Joseph. You know why? The question you asked, it didn't have to do nothing with the government, and it basically had to do with the upliftment of the African people in Trinidad is the main intention of the bank, to uplift black people like Gordon Joseph, right? But he want to talk about he don't care if it ever come or if it ain't gonna. Gordon Joseph, use a waste of time, boy. Use a waste. You killing the show, you. Because the bank is to uplift we, black people. And you don't care because your government don't want it. Straight talk bad manners. You, Gordon Joseph, don't care because Rowley don't care. Because you ain't getting a kickback from the bank. You can't get a kickback.
All right, we're going for the break.
Bank.
We gotta go for the break. Yeah, man.
Good night.
All right, bless.
Good night.
Yeah, we gotta go for the break. We're going for the break. Folks, we'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Tommy, I think whatever, you know, Tommy, we always say this, let me just play this before we go, Tommy. This is news for today. Let me just play this quickly because sometimes we doesn't get to all the things we need to get to. Let me just play this real quick.
Commissioner Jerome Lynch, who oversaw the public inquiry into the deaths of 4 divers, explained that the advice to charge Paria fuel with corporate manslaughter is in keeping with TNT laws. In a media release today, Lynch said the confusion over the Director of Public Prosecutions, Roger Gaspard, saying that there is no offense locally known as corporate manslaughter, is semantics. Lynch added that in explaining his advice that Paria be charged with corporate manslaughter, he indicated that the evidence gathered during the inquiry pointed to manslaughter by gross negligence against Paria, which is an offense in TNT. In a media release last week, Gaspard said he met with Police Commissioner Earl Herwood Christopher and advised that police investigate to determine whether an entity or an individual can be held criminally responsible for the deaths of the divers. On February 25, 2022, divers Rishi Nagisa, Faisal Kurban, Kazim Ali Jr. and Yusuf Henry was sucked into a Paria underwater pipeline and died. Energy Minister Stuart Young is expecting to receive word from the Evaluation Committee reviewing the bids for the mothball Petrotrin refinery in a few weeks. Just last Friday, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley announced that Indian businessman Naveen Jindal decided against bidding for the refinery due to what he claimed was character assassination. The opposition UNC and the OWTU had strongly objected to Jindal being considered as a potential bidder. India's Bureau of Investigation filed a case against Jindal for allegedly misallocating mining rights. Speaking with reporters during a tour of the NESC Drilling Academy in St. Madeleine, Minister Young noted that when bidding ended on July 31st, there were 10 or more bidders.
So right now, the evaluation committee that is chaired by former Permanent Secretary, now High Commissioner from Trinidad and Tobago to the United Kingdom, Vishnu Danpal, they are busy working at it and looking at what has come forward. And I look forward to getting the results from them and their recommendations in the next few weeks.
And 2 men are dead and another injured following a shooting in Arima last evening. According to police, a group of friends were liming along Samaru village when a dark grey SUV with what appeared to be police lights approached. A gunman exited the vehicle and opened fire on the men before fleeing. 21-year-old Emerson Boucher, the owner of a car wash, and 27-year-old Justin Michael were both killed on the spot. A third man who was injured during the shooting remains hospitalized and is in a critical condition.
Caller, go ahead, caller. You have a minute. Go ahead, caller. You have a minute.
Yeah. You see, when people speak the truth, yeah, they say that those who don't like the truth will hate them. Let me ask you and Tommy something, please.
Yeah.
You all feel I should stop contributing to this show?
Oh, Gordon, you know something?
Like, don't call, don't message.
No, Gordon, you know something, Gordon? Gordon,
wait.
I'm answering you.
And I'll tell you why.
I'm answering you. Gordon, we do not censor people. We don't tell people don't call. We don't do that here. We do not do that. We don't do that. You have to make that decision whether you want to continue calling or not. We don't censor. Whenever you call, we let you talk. Whoever call, we let them talk. That's how our program is based. Our program is based for anybody to call.
Who feel they could tell who to call and who not to call and things.
Gordon Joseph.
You understand what I'm saying?
Gordon.
Not here.
That's their contribution to try and make Trinidad and Tobago better.
Gordon.
To tell who to call and who not to call.
Gordon
and
Joseph.
How I have been taught is if you're not welcome somewhere, look for somewhere else.
Gordon,
you understand what I'm saying?
Let me
so
say
I have
this.
no problem with that because the only thing it has cost me a little, but that is okay because I'm always prepared to pay attention.
Gordon, let me
all
say
right?
that. Gordon, hang up.
Nothing has changed.
Okay.
We have to fix we.
Okay.
But we can't fix we if we only want to pelt big stone and pelt spit and demonize. We ain't fixing nothing. We're going to end up the same place, the same way, the same time.
All right.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you. Yeah. KFC, welcome. KFC, welcome. KFC.
Yeah, good night, Mr. Washington. Good night, Uncle Tommy. What can I say? Gordon Joseph. we just call like we can say we want along the talk shows and then we'll go in the program about to call.
Yeah,
I mean, I can tell you, well, don't call.
Yeah.
I told me I'll have a blessed night.
Yeah, man.
You too.
Like moments, right? I'll have a blessed night Thursday.
Yeah, let's wrap this up.
Tommy, I had to say this. We have always said this from the beginning. We allow people to call, they say what they want.
And state their views. We don't censor nobody.
We don't censor people here. We don't look at our people call and say we ain't taking that call. And listen, we play our oath to the people, you know. We have our oath.
Yep.
Right?
And we take it seriously.
We take it serious. If you don't want to call that is up to you. That is up to you. You calling us to ask us. We never tell you don't call. If you don't want to call, you don't have to call. It's simple. We don't tell people here if it's one thing we have said. Right? But, you know, Tommy, you just take your licks too.
Absolutely, right? Because that's part of it. That's how this works.
Part of it. So if you can't take licks, right? Then I don't know what then you're not a real Trinidadian then. Look how much licks I take, Tommy. Look how much licks I just take. But that's part of the thing. That is part of it.
Yeah,
And that's just, I just
I've been around radio for a long time, broadcasted for a long time, so don't worry me.
yeah, I
Let's let's wrap this show up.
yeah, let me give my closing comment. Um so folks, yours. My closing quote is learn to be okay with people not knowing your side of the story. You have nothing to prove to anyone. Learn to be okay with people not knowing your side of the story. You have nothing to prove to anyone. From where I sit, this is it. The clock on the wall said that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. And for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Remember, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. Go ahead, Tommy.
Ability to see the cultural value of wilderness boils down to a question of intellectual humility. Again, I'll say it. Ability to see the cultural value of wilderness boils down to the question of intellectual humility. Like I always say, you, the man in the mirror, have to become that change that you want to see. However, when you look in that mirror, if you don't like what you see, you cannot blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you're giving them a hand up. Love you all. Be safe. See you at our next session, which is going to be Thursday, God willing. Till then, good night.
You know, Tommy, you know, it's funny, right? You know, when Julia Davian was on the radio, they tell me don't call the program. And I call back the program. And they pick up the phone and they say, well, should we tell you don't call? I said, I thought that was yesterday. I thought that was yesterday. You know what I mean?
Right, and
Yeah.
yesterday was yesterday. Today's today.
Yesterday, today's today. I call back. You know what time it is? Don't, you know. All right. Let me go to the, I have a voice note here. Let me get his voice note. Okay, hold on. Maybe this is Gordon Joseph closing comment.
My closing comments. Let everybody and their brother know that my bread well butter, and it had nothing to do, or very little to do with government. Okay, it had to do with God governance in my life. All right, my bread is well butter, and I make sure I organize for my 3 children too. So they had to beg, they had to pick up no gun, they had to go and look to rob nobody. They could stand on their own. God night, everybody. Your situation can change for the better if you put God first.
And that's what we do. We give everybody an opportunity to say what they have to say.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see this comment here. Hold on, eh? I missed this one. Hold on.
Good night, Mr. Washington and Uncle Tommy. Mr. Washington, I have a different perspective on that. Even if the bank good or not, me, if I was African, I would have feel proud of having an asset in Trinidad that came from my homeland. Because as an Indian, I just feel real happy having a Diwali Nagar. I just feel happy when the Indian Expo come down here. You understand? It just a bigger picture. The Indian Expo do benefit me. But when I hear the word Indian Expo, as an Indian, I just feel real happy.
There we go. Hold on, Tommy. I clearing these voice notes. Eh? Hold on.
Good night, Anselm. Good night, Uncle Tommy. I don't know when Mr. Batman on the morning program from 5 o'clock till 8. I don't know what time. I don't know when he go wake up. I don't know when this Batman go wake up. You know, Mr. Anselm, is them same elders on them on the morning program. Is them same ones on them who will destroy the PNM and helping Rowley destroy the PNM. So we ain't taking them on. We young people on our vision. We on a different route. We don't want to hear from 2010 because we ain't seeing nobody lock up. So at the end of the day, let them haul. Answer him. Good night. Uncle Tommy. Let Julia Davy wait for that money the same way how the public servants tell them waiting for the money too. Let she wait. Let she wait.
Last one.
I wouldn't feel sorry for them, Mr. Anthony. Cannot feel sorry for them. She hold a whole show with Jenny talking about 4% and get the worker, get the public servant them the 4%. Well, let them go back. Let she wait for she money. Let she wait just the same way too.
All right, that's the last voice note. All right, so let me go to here. Hailey says, Wall Street, you like to argue a bit much. Oh, Cynthia has a closing quote here in my phone. Let me see what it is. Is this it here? Hold on, I think I could read that. Here it is. Cynthia closing quote is, what we will remember in the end is not the words of the enemies, but the silence of our friends. That is Miss Atlanta closing quote that she sent via WhatsApp. Hailey says, Wall Street, you like to argue a bit much. Cynthia says, sleep well. Hailey closing comment is, God first in everything we do, or else our labor will be in vain. Cynthia says, we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Miss Santa Cruz said, speech is the mirror of the soul. As a man speaks, so is he. Publius Surus. Isn't that part as a man think it?
Right, so, right.
I was thinking about that thing. That's an excellent one. Fox says, O son of my handmaid, be not troubled in poverty, nor confident in riches, for poverty is followed by riches, and riches are followed by poverty. Behula. All right. Tommy Muhammad says, good night to all on the live stream, and please be safe as possible. Thank you. Let me see if there's any more. We have that. We have that. And just closing comment is, there's none so blind as those who will not see. Also, a little learning is a dangerous thing. That's Indra. Thank you, Indra. That is him again. Okay. Tommy Muhammad closing comment. Closing comment is that the people in Trinidad and Tobago have to make a conscious decision in 2025. Elizabeth Williams, closing comment. The Rowley-led PNM government is the worst thing that ever happened to Trinidad and Tobago. Mova Defender, closing comment is, they who can't stand the truth hate he who will speak it. Tommy, Mova, send that to me. I'll put that up. But you can still put it in the chat, but send it to me too. All right, so folks, that is it for the closing comments. We see you. We are out of here. Later. See you Thursday. Bye-bye.
This is oh Lord, Trinidad and Tobago. This is DJ Bravo. I'm hurting you know. This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. All I see in front of me, nightmares turn into reality. Like somebody build a monster factory. Parliament up against parliament economy. But let the moderators in another body in a dream. Somebody girl child missing, another rape again. And next road stain with somebody's son brain. Who take the F out of Port of Spain. This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a a sad place. Now with the love, with the vibes, with the hope. Now tell me something, how we really want we cope. When the children breathing in too much gun smoke, and the Coast Guard can never see a boat. You're sounding like some goats when they come looking for votes. Sit to empty promises, reading like a horoscope. Justice for sale in a fat envelope. Politically, all the answers is a joke. This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. All I see in front of me, nightmares turn into reality. Like somebody build a monster factory. Parliament up in the parliament economy. But look the moderator saying another body in a jail. Somebody girl child missing, another rape again. And next road stain with somebody's son brain. Who take the S out of Port of Spain. This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. It doesn't matter the religion, the color, the creed, or the race. It's our responsibility to take care of our place. Champion!